and number 3 Holy Angels to get here. As for Moorhead, a thriller against Elk River, and then they defeated Duluth East last night, and here they are, number 1 against number 2. Guys, this is an exciting matchup. Everybody's looking forward to it. Sags, what do you think?
Well, the aura and the excitement that surrounds this tournament, and especially in the championship game, is nothing but genuine. There's nothing manufactured here. In fact, at one point in time, I'm sure a lot of these players out here watched the guy sitting next to me, David Spihar. And you know, David, can you tell us a little bit about what these guys are feeling 30 seconds before they hit the ice tonight?
Definitely. It's unbelievable. You're sitting in the locker room, you look next to guys that you've grown up with, playing the game with. You dream about this the whole year. Some people their whole lives. It's truly incredible. The coaches sit back. They hope the players bring their mojo, and that's about it.
Well, let's talk about these teams now. We'll begin with the Centennial Cougars. Really the story in Class 2A all year, ranked number 1. And Tom, this team has been making headlines all season.
Well, not only have they been making headlines, but here, let's take a look at this. Completely Cougars, and that's what they've done so far in this tournament. This team has absolutely dominated in both games so far. Greg Stutz, their goaltender, phenomenal. He's a bricklayer, because what he does is he builds bricks in the 4x6 in front of him. Look forward to seeing him play tonight. It's going to be very difficult for Moorhead to get it past him.
That headline from the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Now we shift to the Moorhead side. The Spuds have been runners-up 4 different times. They've lost 2 games this year, 1 to Duluth East, 1 to Centennial. They want to avenge them both this year. Dave, how do the Spuds get over the hump to take it home?
I think Moorhead needs to get into Centennial zone right away. Pound the defenseman, create opportunities, create turnovers, and get to Stutz early. They need grade A scoring opportunities. They need to get to him early, so maybe he starts doubting himself. The longer this goes, the more confident he's going to feel.
You can't get better than number 1 against number 2. Let's go to our guys upstairs calling the game. Here are Wally Shaver and Lou Nanny. Wally?
Thanks very much, guys, and again, welcome everybody to the XCL Energy Center. And Louis, the stage has been set. I was over at the Let's Play Hockey show all day, and everybody's talking about this game. Should absolutely be a gym dandy. What do you expect out of it?
Well, it's great when you get the number 1 and 2 ranked teams playing in the championship. And from these 2 teams, if you watch the success they had, it comes because they're constantly moving. They both have good speed. They both forecheck aggressively. It's going to be really crucial to see which defense is better moving the puck out of the zone.
And one of the key players to keep an eye on tonight will be Tim Ornell. He picked up 2 goals and an assist for the Centennial Cougars last night.
And he's got to pick up the slack again here tonight, Wally, because Ryan Flynn, another high-scoring wing, is out for Centennial, so they're going to have to depend on guys like Ornell to come through.
We've also been very impressed with the top line for the Moorhead Spuds, and leading the way there is Brian Gifford.
Well, a key guy all year long, Brian Gifford. He was also a catalyst last night. This guy is going to have a strong checking game as well as strong offensive game setting up his line mates. He's a real crucial performer tonight.
Well, last year we had the Anoka Tornadoes winning their very first championship. Tonight, it's number 1 versus number 2 for all the marbles.
Fox 9's coverage of the Minnesota State High School League's Boys Hockey Championships is brought to you by U.S. Bank, home of the 5-star service guarantee. Menards, save big money at Menards. Toyota and your Minnesota Toyota dealers. Don't go away. Fox 9's coverage of the Boys Hockey Championships will be right back. Once again, Toyota is donating $25,000 to Minnesota high schools. Toyota is proud to support the Toyota Drive for Education program.
Who's the most convenient bank in America? U.S. Bank. The one with full-service branches in more states, more ATMs in more convenient places, and more 24-hour banking options, both over the phone and online at usbank.com. Best of all, everything we do is backed by our one-of-a-kind 5-star service guarantee. The most convenient bank in America? That's easy. That's us. U.S. Bank.
Get ready for spring cleaning with big savings from Menards. All mops, buckets, brooms, and cleaners by Rubbermaid are on sale. A Trapper Max electrostatic dust mop is just $4.99. A roller mop, $7.46. Get rid of cluttered closets with Rubbermaid organizers. This model for 4 to 8 foot closets is $14.99 after $5 rebate. This organizer for larger closets is $24.99 after rebate. Get hung up on saving at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Now's the time to get great Toyota values.
Hey!
like incredibly low 0% APR financing for 36 months on the full-size V8 Tundra. Or get $1,000 customer cash on this Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Either way, you'll drive away in one of Toyota's best trucks. Don't miss Toyota's nationwide sales event with legendary quality, incredible selection, and values. Hey, what's not to like?
Welcome back to downtown St. Paul, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're just joining us for the first time ever to watch high school hockey, this is the premier sporting event in the state of Minnesota. High school hockey, if you can believe it or not. But boy, we've got a dandy setting up here for tonight, Lou. I'm very impressed with the effort both of these teams have given so far in this tournament. They deserve to be here. The #1 team coming out of the upper bracket, the #2 team in the state coming out of the lower bracket. They deserve to be here. They are, without a question, in my mind, the top 2 teams in the AA tournament this year.
Wally, I think we could be getting late stakes at Mancini's tonight if they both played their game. We could have an overtime and a long one because each of these clubs have scoring ability, checking ability, good speed, and they play very intelligently. One thing you're going to notice is they're very similar in style, and they both work hard.
Let's take a look now at our Schmelz game plan for these two teams. And then when you take a look at the Centennial Cougars, certainly one of the things they would love to do is to duplicate last night's shutout effort. And they do so by a very, very solid forechecking effort.
That's exactly what they want to do tonight. Only tonight it's got to be a little different. They got to forecheck as hard, but they have to make sure they read right because Moorhead's got the best puck-moving defense in the state.
And speaking of that, the smart decisions do generate from the back. That's their group of defensemen, and they are very, very good at getting a breakout done.
That's right. And last night they changed their breakout a little bit when they were having pressure from east. They stretched out the ice. I don't think they're going to be able to do that tonight. They're going to have to make the smart decision, beating that first forechecker.
And beating Stutz is going to be the key. He's the goalkeeper for Centennial. He's pitched 2 shutouts. Can he get a third? I don't know, but it's never been done in the 60-year history of high school hockey.
That's right, and he's also the guy that's only got a 1.3 goals against average. Not many people have scored on him. Moorhead has to come with their best attack, their best offensive weapons if they're going to dent that twine tonight.
We talked a little bit about what Centennial has to do, boxing in the Moorhead defense.
And really reading. The second guy's got to read. Last night, the first 2 guys were going right out at the puck carrier. Tonight, they have to be aware that that puck carrier, the defenseman, many times can beat a one-man, and they were using defenseman to defenseman passes. So the second guy's got to be alert. He might have to spread out and go to the second guy so Moorhead doesn't come out of the zone so easily.
We usually don't see a whole lot of penalties called in championship games, but when it comes down to special teams, Moorhead is exceptionally strong there.
And they better be strong tonight. They did lose to Centennial this year 3-1. The reason why they lost, they gave up 2 power play goals to Centennial. Moorhead does have an outstanding power play. And last night and the night before we saw it. They're going to have to duplicate it again tonight.
2 teams are on the ice. We're going to meet our starters for tonight's game. Let's go downstairs for the Class AA Championship tilt. And here is PA announcer Dick Stanford.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the XL Energy Center and to the championship game of the 60th Minnesota Boys Hockey Tournament. Tonight's matchup has been on every high school hockey fan's can't-wait list all season. It matches the champions of Section 3AA with a record of 29-1-0, the Cougars from Centennial. And the champions of Section 8AA with a record of 26-2-0, the Moorhead Spuds. And now, here are your starting lineups. For Centennial in goal, number 33, Greg Stutz. At defense, number 6, Tony Palma. And number 8, Greg Flynn. At center, number 15, Tom Gorowski. And his wings are number 16, Ben Olilla. And number 21, Tom Ornell. Cougars head coach is Eric Oss, and his assistants, Gary Tokinen and Andy Marshall. The Centennial Cougars. And now let's meet the Spuds. Starting in goal, number 30, Derek Hiddle. At defense, number 7, Joe Emmerich. And number 22, Brian Lee. At center, number 21, Brian Gifford. And the wings are number 11, Nick Deitz. And number 23, Nolan Oliver. Spud's head coach is Dave Morinville. His assistants, Terry Shercliffe and Rory Sandvig. Your officials for the state championship game, referees Don Hansen and Michael Gager. The linesman is Bill Danielson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand and honor America and our servicemen and women around the world as our anthem is performed by Katie Kirch, a sophomore at Blaine High School. At Blaine, Katie is active in choral music and track and field. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Kirch.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, yeah, capacity crowd.
What a job.
Yes.
Was she any good?
Is she? Well, the crowd loves it.
Every year, it seems the high school league comes out with someone who's got unbelievable talent.
Oh.
Could start our own talent show that they have here.
There you go. Star Search right here, eh? American Idol, whatever. All right, lots going on tonight, folks. This is it. The game everybody looks for, the big schools championship contest. And our congratulations goes out to Breck for their outstanding performance this afternoon, winning 7-2 over Orono. And they're hanging from the rafters here at the XL Energy Center. Twice already this year, all-time session records have been set in the 60-year history of the State High School Hockey League. Our Car Soup starting goalkeepers. In goal, as you heard on the announcement, it will be Greg Stutz. He is yet to be beaten here in this tournament, and he is flawless, coming in with only one loss on the season, a sparkling goals against average of under 1.3, and look at that saves percentage. That's an astronomical number, folks, at .968 for a goaltender at any level of hockey.
I don't think I've seen that before.
No, I haven't either, believe me. Down at the other end, Derek Hiddle. They split their goaltenders. They have alternated through the tournament, and for the championship game, Derek Hiddle gets the starting nod. He, too, has lost only one game all year. His goals against average down about 1.1, and his saves percentage floating right around 93%.
One of the reasons why Coach Morinville said he's starting Hiddle because he's a bigger goaltender, covers more of the net, and he says he wants to make certain he's got as much of that net covered as possible.
What he has to do is go buy some new equipment.
Well, he's a good goaltender besides that, but he's much bigger than Spencer Dietz, so he got the nod tonight.
Dave Morinville in his 7th year as head coach of the Spuds, and you saw a look at Eric Oz, his 16th year, guiding the Centennial program to the #1 status currently in the state of hockey. Puck is down from linesman Bill Danielson, and we're underway. Centennial in the dark, playing it in deep. Moorhead in the white with the orange and black trim, trying to clear it out of their own zone. Lee tied up along the corner boards, is pried loose and goes up now for Nick Deitz. Long left wing pass, gathered up by Oliver, entering the attack zone. He's pinned out along the boards on a good back-checking effort by Tony Palma. However, Deitz steals it and turns it right back over to Palma, who whacks it off the boards to center. Spuds, cross center, into the zone now, onto the stick of Ammerman. The defenseman launches a shot goalward. Roll back in behind the net. Now after it are the Spuds. This is Luce, who's had a very strong tournament so far with 3 goals and a key one in his first game of the tournament, scoring in overtime. Handing it off now to Corey Johnson. I'm really happy that we've only got 2 Johnsons in this game tonight and not 5 like last night. Centennial losing it at the Moorhead blue line. Here's Corey Johnson's pass to center ice. Broken up by the long-haired Montgomery, who lost the puck. Spuds back on the rush. Again, bringing it in is Ammerman, but it's turned over. But Ammerman backing up, has it at the point and fanned on it. However, it takes a favorable Moorhead bounce, but only momentarily. They'll send it back down into the corner, go off in a line change as Becker heads to the bench. Streaming onto the ice is Van de Velde. Trying to release it. It goes back to the point. Now played back down into the corner. They're looking in front for Miller, but can't thread it through. Here's Lee. Very versatile defenseman. Oh, he's stripped to the puck. Racing after that center ice is Montgomery, but he can't get there before he's taken out of the play. Backing up in his own zone, Brian Lee, the sophomore. 1 goal in the quarterfinal game. Gets it up to center ice. Now it's picked up by the Centennial Cougars. They wait for everybody to get onside. There's still a delay. Finally, people tag up and will continue. Centennial allowed to forecheck now that they've been onside. Trying to come out of the corner is Berggren, number 27. Gets that first shot on goal. Hiddle left a juicy rebound out in front. But it's taken now by Van de Velde, who moves it to center for Moorhead. Spuds are changing. Here comes Berggren across the line. The drop pass. Berggren breaking to the net as that shot was on goal. Lee taking over once more for Moorhead. Non-stop action. Fired up the center for Gifford. Across the line, but Oliver is prematurely entering the zone. Offside.
Great pace, Wally, by both teams. Heavy forechecking. One thing you can notice already, that the center for Moorhead seems to always go back deep to help his defense. They know they got to be there because of that strong Centennial forecheck. Gifford was outstanding on that first shift, bringing that puck out after real relentless pressure from Centennial.
Tony Palma falls at center. Moorhead regaining possession. Here is Ammerman passing into the zone. Knocked down by Centennial Cougars. Going after it is Ornell. Out to center, it's released. Charging back into his own end once more is John Ammerman. Good offensive player. Great shot. Sometimes hesitates a bit too long in making that initial pass, but he moves it out quickly to Oliver. Across the blue line. Angling right, leaves a trailer, but nobody there except Ornell for Centennial. He's tied up, and now Deitz flings it across ice right away to Corey Johnson. Sidesteps one guy, sidesteps another, breaks through another, he's hauled down. Oh, what an effort by Corey Johnson, and that was the only way to stop him.
That's right, and this kid has had a great tournament. His speed is really his biggest asset, and he can handle that puck as well, and he draws that hooking call right here. Look how quick he gets underway and makes 2 great dekes. Going into the goaltender, gets pulled down, and a strong power play of Moorhead's going to be on display right now. Centennial with a good penalty killing outfit. It should be a real test. Corey Johnson has had an outstanding tournament thus far. He and Luce have really given great support. You know, you don't come in this tournament and win with just one line, and neither of these 2 teams have just one. They've got great balance.
Moorhead power play, cranking it up. It's at 39% on the year. That's an outstanding number. Anytime you can get into the low 20s is good. To be up that high is awesome. Barda. Whoops. And his Spuds will have to regroup.
And that's one thing you got to be quick about. Barda just hesitated a while. You can't just stand still and try and fake somebody out on this Centennial team. You got to have those legs moving at all times.
They launch it in. Stutz stopping it in behind the goal. Cleared around, but Barda holds it in with his skates. Then gave it away. Played out to center ice now by Anderson, the defenseman for Centennial. Long cross-ice pass. Misses Van de Velde. And it'll be an icing call going against Moorhead.
Centennial doing a good job not allowing Moorhead to come into that zone unchecked. And right now, Moorhead's having difficulty getting over that blue line. They are very effective when they get into the zone. They move the puck well, but they've got to get into the zone. Eric Oss, you're looking at him there. The coach of Centennial has got his penalty killers very aggressive and very tough to beat.
Moorhead's power play went 2 for 3 against Elk River in their first game win. It went 0 for 3 last night in the victory against Duluth East. Now they thread it through, but the puck goes off into the corner. Ammerman taking it out of there, then loses it along the boards. And back out to center ice go the Spuds to regroup their power play.
There was an instance where Ammerman could have got it back to Lee. Moorhead had been using their points real well on the power play. They haven't on this one, and that's one of the reasons why they haven't had good control in Centennial zone. They're trying to work the puck down deep all the time, and they're not using their points.
Spuds just trying to deflect it to center. They do, but they turn it over in the process, and this power play has all but fizzled for Moorhead. 20 seconds remaining in the manpower advantage in a scoreless game. They come down the right side attack this time. Bringing in the zone and then falling is Gorowski clearing for Centennial. Jump ball at center ice. Lugging it in now is Ammerman. Checked into the boards. He's played down deep. In behind the goal. Turn and will swat it off the boards. And back go Moorhead as the power play has now expired. Centennial back at the full strength.
And Centennial made Moorhead power play look very ineffective.
No shots on that. Moorhead still looking for their first shot on goal in this game. And we're 5.5 minutes into it. Centennial, big check thrown there. As falling down was Dominic Palma. Getting back up. He's trying to throw a check. Moorhead trying to enter the zone. Can't. And back the other direction comes Berggren across the line. He's got space. Try to cut in. Nice poke check there. Broke it up. That was the effort of number 2, Conneran. From center. Launched in by Luce. It bounces on goal. Stutz will hold. And that first shot is an easy save for Mr. Zero so far in this tournament.
When it starts showing up in video games, don't let the needle-pushing T5 Turbo performance mess with your mind. It's still built like a Volvo. Introducing the all-new Volvo S40.
Look at number 8 out there for Moorhead. That's Chris Henry. One thing Dave Morinville does do, he uses 10 forwards, and he works Henry in both with this line and also Gifford's line. And one of the kids we're looking at tonight, by the way, for Centennial, number 20, Van Gilder. He's taken Ryan Flint's place. Last year as a Bantam, he got over 100 points. So he's got the offensive skills. What the coach, Eric Oss, says he has to do tonight, and he's done very well, develop his defensive skills, and he's really come along.
Face-off will be in the neutral zone. Just outside the Centennial blue line. Shots are just 2-1, favoring Centennial. Over the aggressive centerman, Gifford has been tossed out. Stites will come in. Puck is pushed into the Moorhead Centennial zone. Now it bounces out in front, and Stutz will take no chances. And a nice little hit thrown right at the end of the play. Nothing illegal about that, but big Gifford Oliver rather, stepping into it.
And one thing we're going to see tonight, I think you're going to see Moorhead play more physical than they had in the other 2 games. I think they realize they have to hit the Centennial team. They have to eliminate them from the puck. You don't have to put them through the boards. You just have to delay them and knock them off the puck when you get the opportunity.
These teams met only once this season, and Centennial won that game 3-1. But it was on back-to-back games for Moorhead, and that's what Dave Morinville wanted to do. He did that twice with his schedule this year, to have back-to-back games. Unfortunately for Moorhead, they lost both of those second games after winning the first one, but he did it to prepare his team for 3 games in 3 days at the tourney.
Well, he had the opportunity to avenge one of those losses last night against Duluth East, and tonight he's trying to get the second one against Moorhead.
Puck comes into the Moorhead zone. Moorhead again in the white. Ammerman playing it back in behind his goal, and here is Brett Barda. Good, steady defenseman on this team. Also the quarterback on the football team. Out to center ice. Broken up once more by Barda. However, Centennial enters the attack zone. Trying to drop it back was Van Gilder, who has been moved up on that left wing line. Or spot on the second line, as Louis had just pointed out. It's Van Gilden now, number 20, giving chase. Picks it up in behind the goal for Centennial, but it's swept away from him. And on the far wall, grabbed off now by Ryan Kluke. Good, strong, solid guy. Got it out of the zone. Shot right back in by Centennial, and it's stopped behind the net by Derek Hiddle. Here come the Spuds. Van de Velde to center ice. Lost it. Poke checked away. Back the other direction. Now comes R.J. Anderson, the defenseman, with a shot. He'll chase in after it, going deep into the zone. They relay it back to the point. Partially fanned on by Berggren, but it comes in on goal. Look out, a scramble for the puck. And it's cleared away before Pendergrass can knock it home, and he was wide open on the right side of the net.
Well, I believe Hiddle made a great save on that because he was wide open. He got a stick and got the first shot away. The goaltender made the save, and the second one he just couldn't quite get the stick on it. We're going to get a penalty down behind the Centennial net right now. Probably both going to go.
Yeah. Couple of chances for Centennial early in the period here.
Right here, a bouncing puck, and wisely Pendergrass got the shot away. Hiddle made the great first save. The second one he couldn't get a stick on thanks to Ammerman, who tied up a stick, and the puck got sent away. Look at those two saves right there by Hiddle. Boy, he played those well. Moorhead's trying to beat people in the neutral zone one-on-one too much. They're not getting the puck deep, and Centennial's doing a very good job of checking them, taking the puck away, and putting the puck back into Moorhead's zone and getting some pressure on them.
Minor penalties to each team will leave us in a 5-on-5 skating situation here, so those players will not be allowed back out until after the 2 minutes of time are served. The first whistle after that time.
The following penalties have been assessed.
And Moorhead out of their own end. Pass up the middle, though, is stopped, kept in. The defenseman has lost his stick down there. That is Troy Johnson. And finally does squeak outside the zone.
And he made a great move. He had no stick. The puck was coming. He kicked it all the way up ice because he was going to be checked just in a second, and he made certain that puck got away from the danger area. That's what Moorhead's got to do right there. Put the puck in and forecheck, something they haven't been doing for a while. They've been trying too many individual efforts here.
Van Gilder with a steal down the left side, one-on-one, snaps it off, and that shot's just wide. Held in, but only momentarily, but spun around was number 19 for Moorhead on the play, Corey Luce. Puck stays in the neutral zone, but here's Van Gilder giving chase. Ammerman beats him to the puck. Nice break in the corner for Ammerman. Headmanning the pass out of the zone. Slid down the ice now by Chris Henry, and icing will be called against the Spuds. 7:43 remaining in the period. There's still no score in the championship game.
Commitment. Passion. Quality. For 70 years, the same ingredients that have gone into making some of Minnesota's most memorable moments have also gone into making the Midwest's most trusted snacks. Join us and relive the memories as we celebrate 70 storied years together. Old Dutch. Share the story. Pass the chips.
7:43 to go here in the first period. Centennial's starting to get an edge in play, and they do have an edge in shots, 4-1.
Moorhead in their own end. Here's Emmerich playing it out to center. He'll get it back again. Passes across to Lee. Brian Lee backing up. He's so smooth, this guy. We saw him just leave bodies all over the place last night against East. Now he throws it up the middle, but turned it over in the process. Emmerich will go back into his own end. Joe Emmerich, a senior, offensive-minded. Good size on this kid as he plays it out to center ice. Centennial at their own blue line gaining control. Scrum up along the boards. Finally shot into the zone by Moorhead's Van de Velde, number 26.
And he's going to be a key, I think, tonight for Moorhead. Van de Velde is a real good player. He's someone that scares Centennial, and he's a guy that's got some ability to do some damage against him.
Kluke throwing a big hit on the far side, knocking Pendergrass down. Very strong kid. What did Morndale say? He can bench press like 250 pounds or something?
Yeah, 260.
Up to center ice as Moorhead is making a change on the move. Ammerman getting the puck. A nice short snappy pass to Deitz. He'll send it in off the boards. And following in for it now is Gifford, 21. He goes into some traffic. Gifford gets it loose. Poke checked away from him. Oliver's tied up and can't get to it, and that allows Tom Gorelski to break out the middle. Picking up speed as it crosses the line. Going wide outside is slowed down by Ammerman, and poke checking it away is Oliver. But reaching is Centennial, and we have some action going on down by the goal mouth, and there's going to be a penalty coming out of this.
Well, Centennial was taking off the puck pretty effectively, but once the play's broken up, you don't slash a guy and you don't take a penalty. Oliver took one there. I'm sure Morinville's not going to be happy with that play. Oliver made a good play going down to get the puck. He supported his defenseman. He got it, then he threw it along the wing. No one was there, and as the guy was going for the puck, he slashed him. He'll be going off. And now we got Centennial going off as well there.
Yeah, Gorowski as well.
They gave him one for a little retaliation. So fortunately for Moorhead, that's going to be a 5-on-5. But it was a good back-checking job by Oliver on Gorowski because he supported that defenseman when it looked like Gorowski was going to get free.
5 minor penalties already called in this period. Here's a chance now with a nice rifling shot by Van Gilder. Boy, what a game he's had already.
That's the second time he's took in a wrist shot like that. You could see why this kid got over 100 points last year as a Bantam. This kid has got some offensive skills.
Here's
the sophomore.
The Volvo Hobie Baker Character Award winners for both schools. Congratulations to those fine student athletes and the great character that they have in their lives. Obviously raised properly, coached properly, and they're very good representatives for what the Hobie Baker Award stands for.
And later on tonight, we're going to get the Herb Brooks Character Award that the high school league has initiated. Pat Dynan won it for single A for Orono today.
Yep. Moorhead in the white have the puck. It's a scoreless hockey game. Moorhead has only 1 shot on goal. Centennial with 4 as we have played about 11 and a half minutes. Long blast from outside the line is right on goal by R.J. Anderson.
And Hiddle looks good, but the one good thing that he's had happen thus far, most of the shots are coming from far out. He can see him, he can handle him, gets him in the game. Stutz hasn't had much work. He's only had 1 shot. You worry about that sometime. When you haven't had any shots now, here you are almost 12 minutes of play, you only had 1 shot. When you're in goal, you get a little concerned. You wonder, how am I going to react? Where's it going to come from? But Hiddle's been in this game, and he also made 2 great leg saves on that one exchange down by the net.
Here's Miller, speeding out of his own zone. Nate Miller, a 4.0 student going right on goal as he sailed it through to number 10, Kluke, and what a burst of speed he showed.
Good pull check there by the goaltender, though.
Yeah.
Stutz just pull checked that away before he really could get the shot away.
Ammerman knocked down. Had Nate Miller waiting up the left wing boards, but can't get it through. Meanwhile, there's a pile of players going for it. Coming out of there is Berggren. Here's Berggren, number 27, in the black-clad Centennial Cougars jerseys, playing it in behind the net. John Ammerman taking over. Up for Nate Miller. There's a man breaking up the middle, puts it on the stick of Van de Velde, trying to cut in on goal. He does, he shoots. Oh! Glove save by Stutz.
It looked for a moment like Stutz overplayed the angle from right up here, because there was some of that far side showing. Van de Velde got a good shot away. Watch this. You see how far to the right he is? He's actually overplayed the side. He's past the pipe.
Yep.
Fortunately for him, he made a good glove save. Van de Velde with a good effort, breaking to the net, driving to the net, and that's what Moorhead's got to do, and that's what Centennial's got to do. When they get the opportunity, drive to the net. Both of these clubs, just like a boxing match, back and forth, back and forth. Centennial's got a little more of the play, but I have to tell you, Moorhead's handling themselves fairly well in their own zone. And Ammerman, I like his game tonight so far. He's moved the puck quicker tonight than he had the other 2 nights. He's got it up ice even quicker than Lee.
Scramble at the side of the Centennial goal, and it's finally swept off the boards. Going for it there is Gifford, relaying it to the point. Emmerich winds and fires. It deflects going wide into the corner. Several players after it, but Moorhead will get the puck. Trying to come out in front, and it was Gifford, but it rolled away from him. And then Centennial takes the outlet and will go for an icing violation against them. Face-off will come back in the Centennial zone. Wally and Lou will come back to the X for more championship hockey.
I'm George W. Bush, and I approve this message.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
Last couple of minutes, it seems that Centennial's got their backs to the wall. Some strong long forecheck from Moorhead got them 3 shots on net. Now 4.
Yep.
One of the things Centennial did extremely well in the first game, they won 42-18 on the face-offs against Holy Angels. They won the face-offs last night. Here, look at these 2 saves right here. Good move by Gifford coming out. He's going for the rebound. Couldn't quite get it. Neither could Miller. And tonight, right now, key face-offs, Moorhead won in their zone. Centennial can't lose those draws there.
Stutz with one of the more unique goalie helmet mask combinations. Metallic. Most of them have exotic designs on them. Now here's a chance for Centennial. Kowalski trying to slap it home. There's a scramble in the goal crease. Puck is loose and finally covered up by the goaltender Little.
Wow, I got to tell you, I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with this Vandergilly and the move he made there. Was Vandergiller made a great backhand shot. He's the guy that really started the play going. Good opportunity. Look at him right here, driving to the net, gets the puck back there, and right in the middle, you see Gorowski going to try and get that loose puck. The goaltender, Hiddle, very strong on the puck right there, and he had to be because Gorowski's right on his doorstep, as is Olilla.
Interesting line adjustments now for Eric Oss. He's got Gorowski out there with Van Gilder and Montgomery. Montgomery with a shot wide. Gorowski behind the net. Saves it on. A shot by Van Gilder. Hit the post. The inside of the post.
You see how quick his hands were on that pass coming up.
Gorowski again sending it back to the point. Snapped off by Flynn. And it's right on goal and covered up. Holy cow.
Boy, I'll tell you, Hiddle is being tested, and he's being tested a lot. Good shot from the point right there from Flynn. One of the things Centennial is doing is they're moving that puck back to the point quickly. They're getting shots through to the net. Moorhead has got to watch the forwards that are playing by the point have got their backs to the point men, and they don't see that pass going out. Watch that right off the pipe. What a shot. Eric Oss was talking to the referee, but the referee was in perfect position, made a great call. He saw it.
R.J. Anderson launches one on. Turning into the corner is Tyler Johnson. Headmanning it now to Van de Velde, but he's checked. Puck does squirt to center. Pumped off the boards and right back in by number 11 for Centennial, Craig Henry. Miller holds up, doesn't go pursue the puck, and instead it's Olilla playing it in behind the goal. Gorowski double shifting out there as he's out now with his regular first line of Ornell on one wing and Olilla on the other side.
And the defenseman was just standing too far back. He was actually right behind the blue line. The puck, he made a good play controlling the puck that was being thrown out of the zone, but had he been just a half a step inside, he'd have been able to keep it in. You're looking at defenseman Henry there, who just was a little mad at himself for not being a foot ahead of that blue line.
2 goals on the season, picked up one the other night on a team that has scored, I don't know, about 270 goals. I've never seen a team all we've been calling, getting that many goals. But here's Van de Velde with a vicious hit, and that's going to cost him. And down on the ice and still really not making any movement now is Ben Pendergrass.
Yeah, that was a heavy hit, and Van de Gilly and Pendergrass were both going at the puck from about 10 feet, so he went in pretty heavy. And you know that Van de Velde's a pretty big boy, 6'1".
Is it going to be a minor or is it going to be a major?
Well, I don't think it'll be a major, but it could be a double minor. They might call it hitting from behind. Here he comes. You see right in, and boy.
Oh yeah, you see the number. You can't do that.
They won't give him a major, I don't believe, but they will. They could very well give him hitting from behind, which is 4 minutes.
And a misconduct.
Yep.
Which means another extra 10. You don't play short for that 10, but the player's done for that amount of time. Looks like he might be cut in the face after getting rammed in.
Well, you know, sometimes you wonder you get cut with the mask on, but the mask, you know, just turns when you go into the boards, and you know, a piece of it just catches you wrong and open you up. You see trainer Gary Smith there, and the trainer from Centennial working on him. Looks like Pendergrass is okay, except for maybe a cut. Hopefully he's okay.
When we were talking with this guy before the game, head coach Eric Oss, he was telling us how banged up his team is, and he lost a kid last night in Ryan Flynn.
Real good player, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. I'm glad to see he's all right. I think the referee was waiting to see before he came over to see the time. Now he's coming over to make the call. He did give him a major.
Whoa.
Whoa. That is big. That means that Pendergrass was cut. And that's why he got a major.
Centennial, a power play that's around 45%. They'll now have a power play for 5 straight minutes, regardless of how many goals they score. And Coach Dave Morinville rallying his Moorhead Spuds troops and going over the strategy on that penalty kill of what they have to do right now. We've seen a lot of the better teams, Lou, be very aggressive in their penalty kill, especially with the first man. And whether that will continue against a high-powered offense that Centennial has will be borne out right now.
I think they're going to have to be. If they sit back and allow Centennial just to throw it around, they move it pretty good, then they're going to be facing some quality shots. They've got to keep them off balance, and they've got to forecheck them aggressively.
Ammerman releases the pressure on the first attempt by Centennial. 2.5 to go in this period. This power play will carry over into the second period of play. Here's their quarterback, R.J. Anderson. He can do everything well. He brings it into the zone. He shoots, and it's over top the net. On the far side after the puck is Olilla. Top line out there. Moorhead getting it, and on the knees it clear. Look out, there's a partial break unfolding, but they're getting back in time as the Moorhead defense of Flynn to slow the play down. Greg Flynn. Slowly to center now, R.J. Anderson. He'll come up the left side this time. Puts the binders on, hands it off to Gorelski. Stick handles across the line, feeding Olilla. Walking great, and he shoots! Pad save, cleared, and Moorhead bangs it down the ice.
Good job thus far for Moorhead, but I'm very impressed the way Centennial's able to cross that blue line with short passes, and sometimes R.J. Anderson just carries it in. So they're getting control of the zone, but they're not taking time to move it around.
Olilla dunks it in. Giving chase is Ornell. Pinching up is the defenseman Greg Flynn. It's clear but not out. Here's Flynn along the right board. Back to Anderson. Feeds it across ice to Gorowski. He's checked into the wall by number 24 down there for Moorhead, Nate Miller. Gorowski trying to come off the board. He's a finalist for Mr. Hockey as a top boys player in the state. Here is Gorowski, who led the state in scoring this year. Gorowski still with the puck, pinned up along the boards by Emmerich and knocked down. Now Doug Liz, here's Olilla getting it back to the point. Trying to hang on to the puck is number 8 Flynn, and it's cleared out of the zone by Dietz.
Very aggressive penalty killing by Moorhead, keeping Centennial off balance, and strong defensive work, especially by Emmerich down there on the right side.
Cougars. Running out of space was Anderson. Ran out of control of the puck as well.
And that's what they got to do. They got to force them to the boards coming up. They set up, they wait for them, and now just force them to the far board so they cut off the angles. Right there again.
A nice steal by Becker, getting back in a hurry. They clear it to the blue line, but not out. Held in as a loose man in front. Look out, there's a shot. Oh, right on goal by Palma. And a nice stay there for Hiddle. They go back down into the right side now for number 20, Van Gilder. Van Gilder to the point for Anderson. Getting it down into the slot. Look out, another try, and it just rolls away off the stick of Palma. Pendergrass trying to get a play on it. Moorhead knocking it on the line, but not out. Here's Anderson. The high shot is easily controlled by Hiddle.
Well, they have effectively killed in most of this period. There's 2.3 seconds left. All they got to do is tie up the centerman right now, and it was excellent penalty killing by Moorhead. They were very aggressive. They kept them off balance. Centennial did have control of the zone. They were moving the puck quite well, but they just couldn't quite get it away for a shot because of the speed and the aggressiveness of that penalty kill by Moorhead.
Gorowski will take the face-off for Centennial. Will try to pull it back for one quick shot from Anderson. But Moorhead does a good job in winning the draw and taking it safely into the corner as the final couple of seconds spin down. And we go off into the first intermission, tied at 0, but still power play advantage to begin that next period. And I'm sure a chance for both of these teams to go over their special team strategies during this rest.
That's right, Wally, but what a good period of hockey. That was what we expected, and it's so nice to see two quality teams playing at the top of their game. Hiddle had to be a little better than Stouts because he was tested more, but overall, when you say, how did your penalty killing do? Each of them thus far have done terrific. How was your forechecking? Very aggressive. Solid. How was your puck movement? Excellent. Both of these coaches have to be happy right now the way they're playing. Centennial obviously maybe a little bit disappointed. They had more chances and a little more power play opportunity, but it's an excellent period of hockey.
Dave Moorhead is involved in the medical sales business with knees, hips, and joints. You ever need that, Louis, you know who to call. But he's downstairs right now with our Jim Rich.
All right, thanks very much, Wally. And difficult situation your team is in right now with this 5-minute major, but you've done a good job to this point killing it off.
Well, we killed off the first 3 minutes here, so that's a big part of it. And we've got some guys that can penalty kill real well, and I don't think there's no secrets on either team right now, so you kind of know what they're trying to do. And sometimes when you get on a power play, you want to take your time, and especially with a 5-minute, you think, well, we'll take our time. And I think they were a little bit more relaxed, and I thought we did a little bit different penalty kill in the neutral zone, and I think they weren't ready for it. And I think you got to keep them on edge to be successful, so hopefully we can keep doing that.
Shots were 12-5 in that initial period. Obviously, you want to generate some more offense. How do you go about doing that in the next period?
Well, I thought we came out at the very start good, and then we kind of tapered off, and then I thought we were going good until the penalty happened, you know what I mean? So I think we just got to keep going. I mean, we got to drive to the net. We got guys like Kluke, Corey Johnson, Matt Becker. I mean, they got to start using their speed and beating their D. I think that's an area we can really get after and exploit, and I don't think we're doing that very well right now, so we got to pick it up.
All right, thanks very much, Coach.
All right, Jim, thanks.
All right. It is 0-0 here in the championship game. It's already a classic after one period, and we still have 2 more to go. Jeff Grayson will join us in just a moment.
Now's the time to get great Toyota values. Like incredibly low 0% APR financing for 36 months on the full-size V8 Tundra. Or get $1,000 customer cash on this Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Either way, you'll drive away in one of Toyota's best trucks. Don't miss Toyota's nationwide sales event with legendary quality, incredible selection, and values. Hey, what's not to like?
Everyone's becoming carb conscious.
Huh. Yeah, even me.
Introducing Low Carbies at Arby's. Now get any Market Fresh sandwich served the low-carb way, without the bread. Oven-roasted meats, authentic cheeses, fresh vegetables, and tasty sauces. Made fresh when you order.
I can't wait to wear my new bathing suit.
Now get all the flavor of Market Fresh without all the carbs. Get Low Carbies at Arby's.
Dave here has been shopping for a used car. He should have used Car Soup, where he could get the lowdown on tons of used vehicles from local dealers and local private sellers. Color, pictures, full descriptions, the works, with fast, easy searches by make, model, price, even mileage and body style. And he could have done it all without running all over town. Yep, Dave should have used Car Soup. Next time. Right, Dave?
What's in the box? It's Kix, can't you tell? Is it good? Yeah, very good. Has it got any marshmallows? Nah. Sugar frosting? Nope. Well, what's in it? I'm hungry. You'll see.
What Kix has is a corn crunch that kids like. And Kix is low in sugar. That's what moms like.
That is good. Yeah, but they're very hard to open. Yeah?
Kix. Kid tested, mother approved.
At My Super America, I can't wait to get to work in the morning. We've got the best customers in the world, like the twins, Ralph and Joe. Joe. Ralph. They're both in a couple times a day for coffee and snacks. Plus, Super America has 2 Oscar Mayer hot dogs for just 99 cents every day.
2 for 99 hot dogs works for both of us.
Great values, great prices. You've got my word on it.
We're on your way to the convenience stores of Super America.
When trucks are built most places, it's called assembly. When they're built in the Northland, it's called basic training. Maybe because folks around here know what it takes to off-road the mines of Crosby or haul a load of gear to the Boundary Waters. And now get 3,000 customer cash back on any 04 Ranger, or use the cash back to get a lease payment of $149 a month on an XLT flare side. These trucks aren't just built with pride, they're built for tough. See your Northland Ford dealer today.
For 15 years, Minnesota Toyota dealers have supported Minnesota high schools. And this year, Toyota is on a drive for education, donating a total of $25,000 to schools that have demonstrated a strong desire to enhance academic and student programs. 10 winning schools will each receive $2,500 from Toyota and your Minnesota Toyota dealers.
Welcome back to St. Paul. Joining me now are Toyota District Managers Jason Frano and Dan Williams, and Dave Stett, the Executive Director of the Minnesota State High School League. Dave is accepting a check from Toyota, symbolic of the $25,000 Toyota has donated to the 10 winning schools in the Drive for Education program. Dave?
Jeff, thank you. And two teams are playing for the state championship out here tonight, but for 15 years, Toyota's been a champion for our schools, and we appreciate the support of the $25,000 donation for the Drive for Education. Thanks, guys. We appreciate that a lot.
My pleasure. All right, congratulations to all 10 winners. That's the 2004 Toyota Drive for Education program. When we come back, Tom and Dave with stats and highlights from the first period.
Where's your truck?
Want to handle anything? Then get into Jeep Adventure Days with 0% financing or a $3,500 cash allowance and our 770 powertrain limited warranty on every trail-rated Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4. See your local Jeep dealer today.
You are getting sleepy. I will always wear my seatbelt.
I will always wear my seatbelt.
Everyone in Minnesota should buckle up.
Everyone in Minnesota should buckle up.
You will never high stick again.
Don't count on it.
Driving without a seatbelt? Now that's a penalty.
Hey, Coach Lucia, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, Coach, can I help you with those?
Score with Borton Volvo.
Number one against number two. We expected to be tied. No score after the first period. 17 minutes into the 2A championship game. Welcome back to the XL Energy Center, everybody. I'm Jeff Grayson along with Dave Spihar, Tom Sagasor. Guys, we are scoreless after one. We're going to take a look at a couple of the highlights from that first period. And Tom, who else are we going to talk about but the goalie?
Well, Greg Stutz, 7 periods of shutout hockey. Need I say more? Watch him play. He's out there. He's making the poke check. He's using his stick. Here he's going to make a beautiful save. Watch the way he glove save. Boom. See ya. He owns right now everybody who's faced him on the weekend.
Well, Centennial's outshot Moorhead 12-5. They've had a few opportunities here, Dave.
Yeah, this is equally on the other end. Hiddle comes across, great side to side, gets the right leg out there and stays with it. Stays with it. He's got help in there from his defenders. Played equally as good. Nice stop there. Puck's cleared by a defenseman. And this is a little ringy-dingy-dingy. Little help from the pipe. Nothing wrong with that.
Guys, let's take a look at the Chrysler first period stats. Tom, when you take a look at these numbers, I guess the one thing to keep in mind, at 5-minute power play, Centennial's still going to have it for a couple more minutes.
Right, Centennial's going to have the opportunity to get some quality scoring opportunities. And what's important is to get it into the zone, pass, shoot. You want to be able to get some chances that are in the quality scoring area, not shooting from the peripheral.
Well, Dave, what do you think about how the Spuds have so far held down the fort? They're being outshot. And obviously they're outmanned here to start the period. What do they have to do?
They're doing great. I mean, the coach was saying, he made some adjustments there to kill that penalty. You can see him just being less aggressive with the puck. Let's get the puck in deep. Let's save our energy. Let's get out of here with the kill, take momentum back, and get after Centennial.
Well, the second period is next. Wally and Lou have the call. You're watching the AA championship game on Fox 9.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
In the 1997 Class AA boys hockey semifinal, this Friday night game looked like a repeat from the year before. Would it go to 5 overtimes? No, only 3, as Sam Cornelius of Edina scored the winning goal well after midnight to defeat Hill Murray in another marathon. Edina went on to win the 1997 AA Minnesota Boys Hockey Championship.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
I run a business, and this cell phone is basically attached to my ear. Hello? Yep, good work. Bye. I travel all over. If I need a quick cut before a meeting, I find a Great Clips. They're everywhere. It's a nice, clean cut every time.
We're the best in the business.
I like the prices, too. I have never forgotten the value of $1.
Great Clips. Great haircuts. Every time, everywhere.
When it starts showing up in video games, don't let the needle-pushing T5 Turbo performance mess with your mind. It's still built like a Volvo. Introducing the all-new Volvo S40.
On air with Ryan Seacrest, weekdays at 5 on Fox 9.
Moorhead Spuds just coming out of their dressing room in the bowels of the XL Energy Center here and making their way down the ramp to the ice. Let's talk a little bit first about the Moorhead forecheck on both the penalty kill, Lou, and also on Centennial's defense.
Well, what Moorhead was doing, they were looking passive first. They'd stand still. They'd have a forechecker in the center of the blue line, another one in the red line, and the two defensemen in the blue line. But that first guy would wait for the puck here to come up, then force him to the boards. Then he would try and gang up on the guy in the boards there, so he had no passing lanes, and he would try and beat him, and they'd just get a turnover. A couple of times, Centennial made a couple of short passes, got in the zone, and threw the puck away. But for the most part, what they do is sort of look like they're leaning back, then they come at you aggressively. Then when they were in the zone, they were very aggressive going at the puck carrier.
Power play to begin this period for the Centennial Cougars. It's a scoreless game. They have 2 minutes of manpower advantage, and laying it into the zone is Greg Flynn. Going deep into the corner. Fakes a pass back to the point, puts it along the walls, receives it back again from Ornell. Now to Anderson. He winds. He fires. It hits his own man, O'Lilly, in front. Here's Ornell getting the puck. Back to the point. Anderson, who had 3 shots to lead all shooters in the first period, gets it over. There's a drive. It's blocked out in front by the defense and goes off to the side boards. Greg Flynn to Anderson. He one-times it. It deflects and changes course. Trying to whack at it now is number 7, Emmerich, and it gets out of the zone to center ice.
What great defensive work by Emmerich in particular and Lee back there, and they're keeping their sticks out wide. They're blocking the passing lanes and not letting anything get through them down in front.
Lee takes his man out of the play, but Olilla feeds it back over to the point. Back down to Olilla. Trying to center, finds Olilla. He goes behind the net, tried to get over to Gorowski, but the pass at the back of the goal. Now Anderson does a spinorama, moves into the left circle, walking right in, he shoots and just misses a goal. Backhanded off the glass by Corey Johnson and down the ice. Gorowski is feeling pressure from Dietz, who goes right in after him, shorthanded. 48 seconds of power play left for Centennial. Dietz throws another check and ties up 2 Cougars in their own end. That allows the second guy, Miller, to come in and keep it in deep. What a great job by Moorhead, shorthanded. Finally, the Cougars to center. Gorowski angling wide right. Checked off the play. 25 seconds of power play remaining. Finally, they bring it into the zone. Swept off the stick of Van Gilder, but he had a very strong opening period here for Centennial. Centennial in the dark, working it back down the side wall. It goes too far for Vermeulen. Can't get to it, and Emmerman does instead for Moorhead. He's checked along the boards by Montgomery. Cleared to the blue line, but not out. Held in there by Palma. Palma winds and fires. It goes on goal just as the penalty time finally expires to Moorhead. And a wonderful job of killing off a 5-minute boarding major to Van de Velde.
Great penalty killing. Excellent the way they just continued to pressure Centennial.
Stepping up on the play now is Vermeulen, putting it out in front. Moorhead grabs it off, and here they come out of their own zone. Sprinting up ice is Becker, using that speed that the coach talked about. Becker around the goal, one-handedly puts it out in front. Picked off, and here comes Vermeulen. Stick killing across the line. Shot along the ice, off target. Montgomery putting it out in front. Look out, and loose puck picked up by Van Gilder, and his drive is blocked by the defense. 23 is Oliver for Moorhead. Can't clear it, and a shot comes back towards the netminder, who holds on.
Yeah, a smart move by Hiddle to get a face-off, you know, get settled. They never really got back to their lines, after killing that penalty. Becker had a good opportunity while he breaking down from the far side, and he was going one-handed, and then he tries a one-hand pass out front. You don't just throw the puck away blind after you get down that far. You don't throw hopers away. It's better to control the puck and fight for it, and hopefully, you know, somebody will come and help you. What happened is you just throw it blind. They came right back down, had a 3-on-2, almost got a chance.
Here they come again. Gifford leaving a trailer for Goralski, who fell.
We've seen those trailers in both teams now, not very effective. Too many drop passes at the blue line.
Dice centers it, deflected right on goal, and a nice effort there by Gifford. And a fine stop by Stutz, probably his biggest save of the early going. We're in the second period. It's still a scoreless hockey game for the state championship. Oliver banking it off the boards. It did come out, and as it's brought back in by Brian Lee, the offside is called against Centennial. Scoreless in the title.
Now's the time to get great Toyota values. Like incredibly low 0% APR financing for 36 months on the full-size V8 Tundra. Or get $1,000 customer cash on this Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Either way, you'll drive away in one of Toyota's best trucks. Don't miss Toyota's nationwide sales event with legendary quality, incredible selection, and values. Hey, what's not to like?
Moorhead making their 9th trip to the state tournament. 4 times they've been in the championship game, and like the Vikings, no rings yet.
And the Buffalo Bills. Let's not just pick on our Vikings.
Okay. Too much negativity in this town. Isn't that what Green used to say?
Yeah.
But the Spuds haven't fared well. I think the one good positive they got going, they've allowed an average of 5.5 a game, and so keeping that down.
I didn't want to say that, but that's what I was thinking. It doesn't look like they're going to give up that many.
No.
But the way they scored 4 last night, I don't know. They got 3 and 42 seconds last night. Maybe if it ever went against them like that, you never know.
Yeah.
But they're starting to play better. They're picking up their pace. I think it was a real lift for them to kill that 5-minute penalty. It's got to hurt Centennial. Can't help them. And it certainly seems to have given Moorhead more of confidence. They're playing with a little more looseness. They're coming out of their zone a little easier. And they're getting some chances, some shots on net right now.
Lose Corey Johnson. And Henry on the ice for Moorhead. But Centennial breaking into their own zone. This is Montgomery across the line. The wrist shot is scores! Centennial takes the lead.
Well, what happened there, Wally, was he had a shot from the blue line, didn't get through, and it was a turnover in effect because all of a sudden Centennial breaks down with it. Montgomery breaks down with it. The defense from Moorhead gave up the blue line far too easily. You'll see them just come in, they're sagging back, and all Montgomery's got to do is look at this. He's going to skate over the line. The other defenseman's back deep. He just skates and takes a shot and puts it in. Hammerman's got to be way up in the play. See how far? There's no need to be that far back. You've given 40 feet up. You've got to challenge, especially when it's a 1-on-2, essentially. You've got to challenge that puck carrier up at the blue line. They gave up the zone too easily, and a shot beats the goaltender. Centennial gets a lift where you wouldn't have expected them to get one.
Right back the other way. Kluke, now number 10 for Moorhead, lost the puck. Spuds keep it in. Kluke giving chase into the far side. Taps it loose. It comes out in front for Miller, and he can't get the good release that he wants with a big reach on the play. And then some interference back to the side of the goal. Moorhead will go to the power play as Centennial will be penalized. And going off will be their captain, their defenseman, Greg Flynn.
With an interference call right in front of the net. That happened right in front of the net as he took Vandervelde down as he was going towards the puck. Moorhead wasn't very effective on their first power play of the night. They've got to be better. They got to get the puck in the zone and move it around if they're going to get on the board here.
Off the draw, Dietz behind the net for Moorhead. Dietz relaying it to the point. And now onto the stick of Lee. Down low, there's a shot. Oh, and Gifford is robbed. It's coming across with Stutz to make a brilliant save.
Well, Gifford tried to get it away quick, and one thing, when he was getting it away quick, he didn't look up. The goalie was already going down. He got a good shot on net, but it was low, and that's what the goaltender was covering.
Gifford trying to pry it out of the scrum, does. Gifford, also a Mr. Hockey candidate, up to Ammerman, down the left side. Centering it for Dietz, it rolls off of a stick. Oliver can't get to it. Centennial clears. Whoa, careful on that one.
And Stutz has got 73 minutes of shutout time thus far in the tournament.
There's a chance to send it in front. Oh, short-handed, a blast right on by Montgomery, who just scored moments ago. Back the other way comes Gifford across the line. Centering it, and Oliver is contained by Gorowski and can't get it through. Montgomery, the easy tap down ice. Regrouping in their own zone in the power play are the Spuds, trailing by a goal. Dietz across the line through two people, getting it over now to Oliver. The backhander wide. Dietz, the rebound, is off target as well. Trying to poke it back to the line off of Oliver's stick, but instead it deflects out of play.
The good aggressive penalty killing right there by Centennial, because they are not letting anybody stand around and just pass the puck. They're going after him. They're making him move it quickly. So the shots that Moorhead's getting are having to be released very quickly, and they really aren't having an opportunity to look and see where they're shooting that puck.
1-0 Centennial. Cougars just lift it. And an aggressive forecheck being applied by Centennial's Ornell. However, back the other direction comes Barda. Brett across the line, centers it all, and just missing on that sweeping effort was Becker. Becker showing some good speed. Vandevelde pulling it back to the point. Lee trying to tap it home, but it's knocked out the center by Centennial.
Good play by Ornell to make certain he got that puck out of the zone.
Charging down the left side, Corey Johnson circles. Trying to get it back to Barter in the corner. Fakes that instead. Little Corey Johnson working in. Big Gorowski now off a glove out to center ice. Here's an opportunity now for Flynn out of the box. Going in, he shows. Oh, and what a save by Hiddle.
What a great save by Hiddle, and that puck was deflected off the defenseman's hand for Moorhead. Flynn out of the box, raced over, got that puck, made a real good move. Didn't look like a defenseman there, did he?
No, not
really
at
made
all.
a nice move, got the shot away, and look at the sprawling save by Hiddle to keep this game at 1-0. Excellent, excellent play by the goaltender. Came out, challenged the shooter, made the save. Flynn made a good play, just was beat by the goaltender.
A big 6'2" goaltender, and he's been solid all season long, according to Coach Morinville. 93% saves percentage. Won the quarterfinal game over Elk River in overtime by a 4-3 score. Play is stalled off along the boards to the right of goalkeeper Hiddle. Not much movement at all. Conran finally kicks it loose. It goes over to the left side. Oliver there taking it. Number 23. Headman in the pass to Gifford. He's slowed down, trying to break up the middle. And Centennial will shoot it all the way back. Icing is waved off.
Nice play by defenseman Flynn there to eliminate Vandevelde when he was trying to go by him.
Moorhead changing on the go. R.J. Anderson getting it out to center ice. Launching shot by Van Gelder, sends it in deep. He'll go off as Centennial begins to change on the go. And out to center ice is picked up by Pendergrass. Dropping it back. That one comes on goal, but it's an offside to begin with. Jim Rich is downstairs with a guy who knows a little bit about winning state high school hockey championships.
That's right, Wally. Coach Satterdahl joins us now. And Coach, it's been a while since we've had such a matchup like this with 1 and 2 actually making it through the tournament to the title game.
Jim, this is just great for high school hockey. I mean, to see 1 and 2 the top players in the state, it's just a great display of high school hockey. What a treat to be here.
It certainly seems like the crowds are back, too. This year, 2 record crowds already, and this one looks pretty packed as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons why is we've got new teams here and teams that haven't been here for so many years. But it's a great atmosphere, and it's great for kids.
Now, you know, Joe Bianchi made his television debut on Fox 9 today. Were you able to catch any of that?
Yeah, he kind of sounded like Louis to me. I thought, you know, must be that Italian background there.
You know, speaking of Louis, this is his 40th tournament this year. That's a pretty impressive run.
How many Stanley Cups has Louis won? He's got a lot of answers.
All right. We'll get a response from upstairs. Gentlemen?
Tell him I won the same amount as Satterdahl.
He put you on the spot, didn't he? You get it back.
Tommy usually does.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's got lots of time. He's retired now. You know, he can think of lines.
Well, he still talks. He always has.
Okay, halfway through the hockey game, it's 1-0. Centennial leading. They're getting a burst across the line. Here's Olilla with a shot, but he was slowed down by Amerman along the way. And it looks like an easy save for Derek Hiddle. What a hockey game. Don't go far. We've got lots of business to settle.
Minnesota State High School.
Yeah, hi. I saw the for sale sign in your car the other day. I think it could be just what I'm looking for. Car looks great. You obviously take really good care of it. I'd like to swing by and check it out.
There's a better way to buy used. Certified pre-owned Volkswagens. With thorough inspections and 2-year limited warranties, they're actually as good as they sound.
That one goal by Centennial looming pretty large on the board. It's continuing to outshoot Moorhead 17-8 with 7:43 to go here in the second period.
A lot of penalties handed out in the first period, only one here in the second. Teams have settled down. Shots are 17-8 favoring Centennial. They've got the lead. But here comes the speedster across the line. Corey Johnson. He's checked into the corner, going for the puck now is number 15 Becker to get it back to the slot, and Emmerich's shot is right on, and that had Stutz reaching.
And Emmerich got that shot through. That was really important because he had his teammate right in front of the net, and Stutz had to make the save because right on the doorstep was Luce, and Luce has been pretty diligent around that net. And he's converted 3 in this tournament so far. Right there looking for the face-off. Flynn doing a nice job on him, tying him up in the meantime. But there's Emmerich, number 7. You're looking at him. Oh, very happy with his goaltender there.
Puck is pushed goalward by Gifford. He falls to his knees. Centennial trying to clear it out. Can't. And we have a whistle as the puck was knocked down by a high stick of a Moorhead player. And back we come into their zone for the face-off. Let's look at some storied moments from state tourneys past, brought to us by Old Dutch. How about John Mayasich there, Lou?
Well, he's got a lot of records in the state tournament. That's just one of them. And Evelyn has played in a lot of state tournaments as well. You look at that. Pretty impressive hockey program they had up there for many, many years.
And then you saw that one by Hill Murray, 15 years coming in. And this is the first time since 1983 that somebody other than Hill Murray or White Bear Lake has come out of that section, and they're being represented by Centennial, who are in the championship game and leading it. Their first trip ever to this state tournament.
That tells you just how strong that bracket is, or that section is.
Centennial with a 4-on-3 rush across center. Montgomery had to go off his skate. Back the other direction comes Oliver. He winds and fires, booted out by the left leg of the goaltender. Stutz is run into behind the goal there, or right behind him in the crease by Gifford. Puck out to center ice, and Moorhead regaining possession. They find an open man, Dietz on the right side. His centering effort is off target. Allows Moorhead to come back, but they turn it over at center. Dietz back across the line. He's met square on by number 6 Palma down there and dropped. Off the glass and out.
One thing is really odd. They're moving the puck. Moorhead is very well coming out of their own zone and in neutral zone. Once they get in the offensive zone, they're not completing any passes. It seems like they're just missing. They've had much more offensive zone time this period than last period, and even more than Centennial since the power play's been over, but they haven't been able to connect. Right here is where they're missing their passes.
If they walk in, oh, that just doesn't miss by much on Van de Velde's drive. Off target and far off into that sloping corner and easily carrying out the center ice. Setting it up now is Brian Lee, looking for his partner Tyler Johnson. Feeds Tyler. Whoops. He turns it over. Here's a backhand attempt by Palma. Blocked, and another follow-up effort going just wide off the stick of Berggren. Tyler Johnson. This time leaves it in the right side corner. Moving up ice now is Lee. Passing to the left, but Moorhead wants to change on the goal. They got to be careful, too. Centennial almost had a nice breakout. How many guys are out there for Moorhead? They've got to be careful with some changes going on right in that area.
And Moorhead has made a couple of bad changes when Centennial was going up ice with the puck. They've got to be careful is right, because they've done that in both periods.
From center ice, Hochbrunn shooting it in for Centennial. Stopped in behind the goal by Hiddle. Good aggressive forechecking pressure being applied by Olilla, but we have a whistle behind the play, and a slash is going to be called.
Boy, and one thing Ammerman's got to do, he's got to watch taking that puck out in front of the net. He got lucky there because a penalty was being called as the puck was getting taken away. Moorhead now going on the power play. And we see Gorowski going off for slashing. And you can only give a good hockey club so many opportunities on the power play without paying the price. And this is the third one. And Moorhead's about due.
You're right. You're all right. And Moorhead has had some success in this tournament so far. They've had 2 power play goals and 6 tries through the first 2 games. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Almost a steal from Montgomery. Boy, this kid's having a good game.
Yes, he is.
He's number 10 for Centennial in the black. Logging a lot of ice, too. But here comes Gifford. Trying to thread it through, broken up.
And that's where Moorhead turned the puck over 5 times at least tonight. Right inside the blue line with a drop pass.
That has to say a lot about Centennial's defense, eh?
Well, yeah, but it also, you know, you don't make those when you don't make a pass like that when you're on the power play and you gain the zone. Take it deep, spread them out. Don't give them a chance to intercept those passes because everything's in close quarters when you first get over the blue line. You got the defenseman, a back checker.
Olilla centering it out in front for Ornell, and his shorthanded shot is blocked by Hiddle. Boy, Centennial doing a great job shorthanded. There's a pass to the point, and that shot going wide by Flynn. Pounded off the wall by Moorhead to center. Broken up once again by Flynn. Now finally brought across the line by Emmerich, who launches a long one on goal. Stutz turns out his side, and Centennial clears once more.
Centennial playing better right now and killing the penalty than they were at full strength for the last 3 minutes.
Keep the guy in the box. Here's Moorhead on the attack. Van de Velde trying to center, but he's forced wide by Anderson. Where is the puck? It goes around to the other side. Turning it back down low is Becker. In behind the net, picked up by Corey Johnson. To Emmerich at the point. Fakes a shot, steps in closer now, but it rolls off of his stick. Now he still continues after it, but finally falls and is out of the play as Montgomery clears for the Cougars. Penalty about to expire. Here's Vermillion. Tied up into the corner boards by Barta. And tied up enough to be knocked down. Gifford finally up to Deitz. Full strength now for Centennial. Gifford misses it to Oliver. Now here's a steal for Centennial right at the line. Trying to cross to the right side now is number 16, Olilla. A big sweeping turn, and he finally loses the puck. Coming back the other direction is Gifford. Getting around the defense. Gifford drops it into the slot for Deitz, but a good sprawling save there by the defenseman Flynn to break it up. Now stepping up is Lee. Trying to find the handle. He tries a backhand across, but it bounced over the blade of his stick. Lee missed it at center. Here's a chance for Gorowski. He shoots. Oh, and it's off the right blocker of netminder Hiddle. 2 minutes to go in the period. Gifford right back the other way. Has a man trailing. He'll go wide, trying to get around Palma. Goes in behind the goal now. Finally, Palma knocks him to the ice.
Good defensive work by Centennial. Their defense is playing very, very well in their own zone. Eliminating men, keeping them on the outside, not giving them any opportunities in close.
Tyler Johnson into the zone. Loses the puck. And here comes Berggren. Trying to play it out in front. Does. He actually had a second attempt at it. It went wide. Spuds coming back with a minute and a half to go in the period. Spuds down the left. Dancing into the zone now is Van de Velde. Putting it out in front, just missing Kluke. Comes back to the blue line, not out. Ammerman squeezes way down low for the defense and lost it. Centennial trying to get an odd man rush. Here they come, 3-on-2. Cougars cross the line. Here's Anderson. Anderson still with it, walking right in, he shoots. Blocked, the puck loose out in front. There's another drive right on. Another whack, deflects off into the corner. Going after it into the boards there is Pendergrass. He's checked, and 4 players now squeeze it up along the wall. Like an injured Centennial player. Slowly going off is Josh Berggren.
A little bit of physical play down in front of that net. That'll do it to you.
Spuds coming to center ice. Dumped in by Henry.
Centennial really picked it up, Wally, since that penalty. They actually outshot Moorhead 3-1 when they were shorthanded, and since that time they've continued to put the pressure on. They had the better opportunities, and Hiddle has to be excellent in the net thus far. Centennial was playing really well when they get the puck out of the zone and also down deep by their net. Their defensemen have been terrific, keeping people on the outside. They've eliminated people. They're moving the puck out. Not as smooth as the defensemen from Moorhead, but they're doing it effectively enough that they're not having any pressure put on them.
21-9 are the shots favoring Centennial in this game, and they lead it 1-0. The only goal scorer has been Mike Montgomery. His 23rd of the year. Sharp angle shot by Moorhead goes nowhere. Spud's trying to get one more attempt. Still wrestling for it to free it out of the corner. Becker down there trying to pry it loose. Centennial wisely keeping it on the perimeter, and they do so.
Well, you're looking at a guy right there who's got 136 minutes of shutout hockey in the state tournament.
Wow.
And he had to make a couple of key saves this period, but what an excellent period of hockey by both teams. Again, even though Centennial's got a large advantage shots on goal, 21-9, it's been a very, very even game. Centennial leading 1-0. They probably have that little edge in play. But overall, both of these clubs playing excellent hockey. Both of them getting opportunities, playing physical, working hard. The tenacity by both teams very, very impressive.
1-0. Centennial leading. Their head coach, Eric Oss, is downstairs. He may be one of the, we're not sure, but this could be the only time in the history of the state tournament. His dad coached at Kellogg High School in the '74 tourney, and now the son, Eric, is coaching in this tourney. Jim?
That's right, Wally. Thanks very much. And you look at this hockey game, it's a lot like the earlier matchup this year between your two clubs. The first period was scoreless, and then after two, it was very tight as well.
Yep. No, both teams are taking away opportunities for the other team. We've had some more, though, that we just, we haven't been able to finish. Their goalkeepers played exceptionally well. We need to bury the puck when we get the opportunities that we've had in the last two periods.
You have been dictating the tempo to this part. Do you change anything in the third period?
No. We don't play not to lose. We play to win. That's been our motto all year long, or that's our kind of what we go on. No, we're gonna continue to play to win. We're not gonna back off and go into a trap or anything. That we're gonna keep playing to win.
It's been a sensational game thus far. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
All right, we're through 2 periods of play. It is 1-0 Centennial, and they are 1 period away from making history, their first ever state championship. We'll be back with highlights and comments of period 2.
Dodge does trucks like nobody else. During Dodge Truck Month, you can grab the 500 horsepower SRT-10, the Hemi-powered Ram 1500, and the Ram Heavy Duty with re-engineered Cummins 600 Turbo Diesel. Now with some of our best deals, like up to $3,500 cash allowance or 0% financing, plus an additional $1,000 Truck Month bonus on select Rams. And grab our 770 Powertrain Limited Warranty. Powerful trucks, powerful offers. Only during Dodge Truck Month.
Who's the most convenient bank in America? U.S. Bank. The one with full-service branches in more states, more ATMs in more convenient places, and more 24-hour banking options, both over the phone and online at usbank.com. Best of all, everything we do is backed by our one-of-a-kind 5-star service guarantee. The most convenient bank in America? That's easy. That's us. U.S. Bank.
It's inspired, but is it more than a car? Yes. Does it have the government's highest crash test rating? Yes. Does all-wheel drive make it more than a minivan? Yes. Does a lower stance make it well beyond the SUV? Yes. The Chrysler Pacifica. That's a lot of yeses for something starting at $29,525. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
She wore an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today.
New news from YoPlay Light. It's clinically shown to help you burn more fat and lose more weight than just cutting calories alone.
She wore an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny
YoPlay Light. Burn more fat, lose more weight.
Oh, we tried everything for his back. This mattress, that mattress, boards, magnets.
I was going to try that massage where those women walk on your back in their bare feet.
Yeah, So, then I got us the sleep number bed everybody's talking about.
Set my side for 75.
And I set my side for 35. Perfect for my back.
He's sleeping great.
But I still wonder how those little bare feet would have fell on my back.
I'm barefoot.
Oh, boy.
Over 2 million people have found that a sleep number is the key to a perfect night's sleep. It's time to find yours at a select comfort store.
The 265 horsepower, 7-passenger Acura MDX. It's at home just about any place on Earth.
Everyone's becoming carb conscious.
Huh. Yeah, even me.
Introducing Low Carbies at Arby's. Now get any Market Fresh sandwich served the low-carb way, without the bread. Oven-roasted meats, authentic cheeses, fresh vegetables, and tasty sauces. Made fresh when you order.
I can't wait to wear my new bathing suit.
Now get all the flavor of Market Fresh without all the carbs. Get Low Carbies at Arby's.
Will the 60th Minnesota Boys Hockey Tournament be a Centennial celebration? We're 17 minutes away from a Cougars title, but Moorhead has finished second here 4 times. They want to change that. They'll have to get on the board here in the 3rd period. Welcome back to the XL Energy Center, everybody, with Dave Spehar and Tom Sagasor. I'm Jeff Grayson. Guys, let's talk about this a little bit. It's a goose egg once again. The Spuds can't get on the board. Dave, what do they got to do?
They got to get traffic in front of Stutz. I mean, they're not going to be scoring from 25, 30 feet out. I would think not. That's kind of the opposite end. Centennial does have traffic in front of Hiddle. They're having a little more success. Moorhead needs to get traffic in front of Stutz. That's why I think they're going to get their goals. I think that's the key for them.
Well, Tom, kind of interesting on the Centennial side. They get the 5-minute power play, but it was broken up into 2 chunks. They score full strength.
And that's a great point, because what happens is you get to rest your best players. So they kill 3 minutes, they go into the locker room, they rest their best players, they come out and kill another 2 minutes. What's really important about the Centennial team right now is Greg Stutz is not only playing well, but the team has a lot of confidence in him. So this is a team with 8 seniors. A lot of leadership there, and they have a lot of confidence in their goaltender. That can only be, be good things for them to come. And Moorhead, if I was Moorhead right now, I'd come up here, grab Dave Spehar, the guy who gets 3 hat tricks, and I'd put him in a uniform.
I don't know
for the
about
3rd
that,
period.
I don't know about that.
But Stutz has got 136 minutes of shutout hockey so far tonight.
We'll talk more about it in a moment. Stats and highlights when we come back at Centennial. 1-0 after 2 periods in the 2A championship.
Now's the time to get great Toyota values. Like incredibly low 0% APR financing for 36 months on the full-size V8 Tundra. Or get $1,000 customer cash on this Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Either way, you'll drive away in one of Toyota's best trucks. Don't miss Toyota's nationwide sales event with legendary quality, incredible selection, and values. Hey, what's not to like?
Excuse me.
God, don't look.
Well, you're wearing a towel.
No, don't look at the scale.
Maybe you should be eating Total cereal.
I eat Special K, thank you.
You know, a study of calcium supplements and reduced calorie diets suggests you could lose more weight and burn more fat by adding more calcium to your diet plan.
So?
Only Total has 100% daily value of calcium. Special K is hardly any.
Say no more. I'll take the Total. You're still here, aren't you?
Yeah, just leaving. Total. A smart way to lose the weight.
Cherokee, Wrangler, Liberty. Strange. How did you get that Liberty down? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Want the ability to go anywhere? Then get into Jeep Adventure Days with 0% financing or a $2,000 cash allowance and our 770 powertrain limited warranty on every trail-rated Jeep Liberty 4x4. See your local Jeep dealer today.
Well, the drumbeat goes on. We're played 2 periods in our Class 2A championship game. Centennial leads Moorhead 1-0. Well, not many highlights scoring-wise, obviously, to tell you about, but we're going to take a look at that Cougars goal, Tom.
Mike Montgomery, he's going to drive down the right-hand side, and he's going to look. He's going to look 6-hole. He fires it, and he finds the back of the net. Beautiful play. Here's another look at this. The Centennial team is real good at driving the net. But what he does is he fires the puck as he's off balance a little bit, catches the back of the net, gets him on the board 1-0.
Dave, let's go to the Jeep stats. Take a look down the line. Obviously, shots on goal and scoring chances.
Yeah, shots on goal are a big concern. Another one is special teams there. I'm seeing 0 for 1, 0 for 3. I'd be willing to bet here in the third period we're going to see some special team opportunities. And my prediction is it's going to be a game breaker.
Two teams seeking their first title. We'll see what happens in the third. Wally and Lou with the call when we come back.
Hello. Hi, I'm calling about the ad for your car. Can you tell me more about it? Oh, sure. She's a 2000, runs great, excellent condition. I got her for my son. He's off to college next year, and he won't need it. Great kid. Got a scholarship. He loves that car.
There's a better way to buy used. Certified pre-owned Volkswagens. With thorough inspections and 2-year limited warranties, they're actually as good as they sound.
What if I told you for all the wood harvested in Minnesota each year, twice as much is grown, resulting in 2 times as many trees today as there were in 1930, providing 55,000 jobs, materials for building and manufacturing, and homes for millions of animals that depend on new growth? You'd probably think our forests are in good shape. And you'd be right.
Menards is your complete plumbing and bath store. All Sterling tub and shower doors are on sale. This model with rain pattern glass is $64.98. This door with stylish ellipse pattern glass is $139. And save big on a great selection of Brown medicine cabinets. This model in oak or white is $34.87. Choose from 2 styles of classic oval medicine cabinets for $67.98 each. Beautify your bath with savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Durango. With all-new power, all-new room, all-new ride, all-new interior, all-new capability, all-new safety features, all-new capacity. 1 part power, 1 part comfort. 1 all-new Durango. Starting under $26,600. See it at your local Dodge dealer today.
You're watching Fox 9.
Both teams returning to their respective benches. The starters will come onto the ice, and I think one of the glaring things we've noticed from the shot chart, Louis, from the second period of play, Centennial is getting a lot of traffic in front of the Moorhead goal, a lot of high-quality shots there. You look at the other end of the building, Moorhead is just being forced strictly to the perimeter and very, very few quality chances.
That's because of the defensive Centennial is better defensively than the defensive Moorhead. Moorhead's defense moves the puck better. Centennial's defense is better defensively, and they definitely are giving their goaltender much more help. They are not letting anybody get quality shots compared to what's happening down in the Moorhead zone.
Shazzy's quality chances favoring Centennial 14-4 through 2 periods of play. And goaltender Greg Stutz has now gone 8 consecutive periods here in the state tournament for Centennial without allowing a goal. Nobody in the 60-year history of this tournament has ever shut out 3 straight games.
And that's amazing, because didn't one goaltender have only 7 shots, I think, in 3 games?
Yeah,
he gave up a goal.
Gave up a goal. That's under 90% saves percent, eh?
Yeah.
Centennial with a 1-0 lead. Bring it into the attack zone. Trying to work behind the goal, but it's Moorhead grabbing it off, and their top line begins to trek up ice. Down the right side, Dietz turned around and knocked down. Centennial will take over and bank it off the board, but not out. Trying to step up now is Corey Johnson. He's checked up the play. They try to cycle it down behind the goal. Corey Johnson gets it, backhands it in front. Goalie Stutz lost his stick, but makes the save.
And good save by Stutz, and it was a good shot by Ammerman from the point that really generated that opportunity. He had to get it away quick. He did. He got it away low. He got it on the net. He's a very talented youngster, a junior, and the rebound was picked up right here, as you see it by Dietz. He comes around, tries to jam it in, even without a stick. Stutz makes the save. They only give Moorhead 1 shot on net. They should have had 2 there. One from the point, one from in close. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. 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 2 minutes,
Falling on the far side is Luce. Number 19, Corey Luce. 2 goals in yesterday's semifinal and the overtime winner in the quarterfinal game. Where's number 19? You take a look at number 20 for Centennial. That's Jordan Van Gilder, who's come in as a sophomore, moved up on that second line, and he has been fantastic tonight.
Really shoots the puck well. Very, very good offensively, and he's learned this game effectively. So he plays sound defense as well. Both of these clubs are very young. You know, you got 11 underclassmen with Centennial and 10 with Moorhead.
Yeah, Centennial just with 7 seniors on the team. Moorhead with 8. Tells you the strength of these young kids they both have. Here's a shot from a sharp angle right on goal. Vermeulen's effort is blocked. It goes off to the sidewall. Number 20, Van Gilder digging there, but Moorhead will regain possession. Trying to come out of their own zone. They're forced wide to the right. Great job by Centennial all night long just to eliminate the real estate available to Moorhead. Both teams changing on the fly. Headman pass to center ice is tipped inside the zone off the stick of Centennial's Berggren. And rounding his goal now is Lee. Lee's a trailer. His defense partner carries on, passing up the left side now for number 24, Miller. Nate Miller's pass is blocked, still hanging loose in the center zone. Centennial wrestles it away, and here they come back with Berggren launching a shot, blocked by the defenseman Tyler Johnson. In behind the goal, here is Lee. Passing to the right side this time, but it skips over a stick out to neutral. Backing up is Anderson. Taking control for Centennial. Bump pass off the board. Stopped by Lee. Now onto the stick of Ryan Kluke. Moorhead trying to get some offense initiated. They trail by a goal. Just turned into the zone by Berggren. He'll spin off for a line change for the Cougars. Lone goal of the game coming by Mike Montgomery. And for Mikey, his 23rd of the year. Neutral zone play. Shot in. Bounces on goal. Hiddle will cover up and hold on. Jim Rich is downstairs with Dan Brooks.
Thanks very much, Wally. I'm with Danny Brooks. And Danny gave away the first Herb Brooks Award at the boys tournament earlier today to Pat Dinan. It was pretty special.
It was very special. What I told everybody when I presented the award that 49 years ago, my dad won the state championship. And he always told me growing up that was the most gratifying experience he ever realized in hockey, was winning that championship. So it was special to be here.
Yeah, you look at the situation here. We got to slide up here so people can see you here. We could sneak through everybody. Sorry about that. But you look at what your father accomplished, all the great things, yet it was this tournament that was closest to his heart.
Yeah, it really was. When I was a kid, and my dad was recruiting for the University of Minnesota, he took me to all these state tournament games, you know, back in the early 70s, mid-70s, late 70s. And he got a lot of great players from this tournament. You think Neil Broughton, Robbie McClellan. I remember as a little kid, he took me to the state tournament in 1975. He says, we're going to go look at the best player in the state, but he's only a 9th grader, and that was Neil Broughton, who's 15 years old from Roseau, Minnesota. So very near and dear to my heart, this tournament.
And you're also working with the foundation to keep your father's legacy alive.
Yes. We established a foundation to keep his mission, to keep his legacy alive. My dad in his life, he gave more than he took, and we want to continue that and make hockey more affordable and give it back to the kids and try to make it more opportunities for younger kids to play hockey.
All right, thanks very much for this, and congratulations and helping out with this honor.
You bet. Thanks.
Let's go back upstairs to Wally and Lou.
Thanks very much, guys. A new all-time record attendance for the high school tournament for 2004. 120,000 people on hand this year. That beats the old record by almost 4,000 people. If you're new to Minnesota and watching our tournament coverage for the first time, this is the top prep event in the nation. The state stands still to watch the boys of winter play it out on the frozen pond of the XL Energy Center. And they're watching it, Andy. It's a one-goal game for the state championship.
How inspiring can a minivan be? Can it give you seats when you need them? And space when you don't? Yes. Can it take a mountain of stuff and make it disappear? With exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage? Absolutely.
Introducing the all-new Chrysler Town & Country, starting at $20,995. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
And Moorhead trying to stretch out that ice, Wally, and they're trying those long passes. They've had 2 successive icings. They've got to connect on those if they're going to try those plays.
Moorhead's Becker trying to tip it out of the zone. It's denied by Centennial. Cougars trying to flip it out in front by Van Gilder. Comes back to the point, turning and shooting now is Flynn. His shot blocked out in front, and the Spuds move back up the left. Corey Johnson, a speedy guy, coming in on goal. One-handedly pulls it to the crease, just off target. Picked up by Luce to the point. The long shot there, gloved by Stutz. And he might have taken a little bit of a whack in the back of his hand there, and it seems to be smarting a tad.
As he was making a save, he did get a little interfered with. Eric's a little upset. He wants the referee to call something, but you can't call anything like that at this stage of the game. Both of these clubs are playing hard, playing aggressively, and driving to the net, trying to create something. You see it here. And he doesn't have to worry because his defensemen and centers are back there helping out. What are they doing?
Not allowed to do that. That's our goalie.
And Eric's got this team playing really well. He's done a great coaching job.
I'm just amazed at the overall defense. When you look at that shot chart again from those 2 periods, Moorhead is really getting nothing from a dangerous zone.
That's right. They play their positions extremely well. They support one another. They make certain that they're getting the puck and getting it out, cutting down the shooting angles and passing lanes, and really not giving up too much.
John Ammerman going after it in the corner, but he's beaten to the puck by 27 Berggren, who comes out in front, drops it back to the point. There's a shot. It's right on goal. There's a scramble for the puck, and finally the Spuds gain control. Trying to get an odd man rush. They chop it out of center, now across the line. Trying to move goalward. Here's an opportunity that goes off into the side wall. Moorhead having a lot of problems with that tonight. Here's Vandevelde straight up the middle. Tried to pass it across the middle, but couldn't get it through. Broken up at center by the Moorhead defensive lead.
See how smart, when Centennial flips the puck out, they use the glass, they flip it high off the glass and soft. So it doesn't go to ice, but it does get out of the zone.
Almost a steal down there for Gorowski. Backing into his own line now is Hornell, number 21. Feeding it over to his smooth skating defenseman Anderson, who is just a junior and has got people all around this press box at least talking about him being the best player in the tournament. He's a good one. That's number 9 in the black-clad Centennial Cougars jerseys. R.J. Anderson, he's going off the ice now, it seems. Meanwhile, Moorhead is trying to get something going. They go D to D, and finally Tyler Johnson has room. Gets it up ice. Across the line is Gifford. Launches it into the zone. Deitz giving chase on the far side, but it's cleared away from him by Tony Palma and relayed out to center ice. Knocked down by Conneran, but he lost the puck. Trying to skate in after the Zolilla. Forechecked off of his stick. Battling down there is Ammerman, trying to get it away from Gorowski. Finally checked into the boards there by number 23 for Moorhead, Oliver. Now here's Anders, or 8 Flynn trying to step up. Blocked. Back the other direction comes Conneran. Cross the line, leaving a trailer for Gifford, who moves down the left side, puts it out in the slot. But Conneran's stick was lifted at the last moment, and Moorhead will have to regroup in neutral, and then they're called offside.
That's just another indication of how well the wings and center are supporting the defense. It seems like play's going to open up for Moorhead. Everybody's going deep, and what do you know? Back comes the left wing. He takes out the Connor.
Beautifully there.
Just constantly, they're picking up the loose men. There is nobody open in a defensive zone of Centennial. They go to the men immediately. They cut it out those passing angles. They eliminate the lone man, and that's why Moorhead's not getting any chances.
Moorhead in their own zone. Becker has to bring it back to Emmerich. Around the goal to the left. Lee. Center ice now for Johnson. On the right side for the speedy Becker. Trying to go in. He centers it, and it's just a little bit behind loose. All the way down it comes, and this time Centennial will be charged for icing. Still a one-goal hockey game. Montgomery, the lone goal scorer. That came early in the second. Centennial hanging on for a few more moments.
Now's the time to get great Toyota values. Like incredibly low 0% APR financing for 36 months on the full-size V8 Tundra. Or get $1,000 customer cash on this Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Either way, you'll drive away in one of Toyota's best trucks. Don't miss Toyota's nationwide sales event with legendary quality, incredible selection, and values. Hey, what's not to like?
Back here at the XL Energy Center, 1-0 Centennial leading Moorhead, and I'm joined by Dave Stead of the State High School League, and it's just been announced to this capacity crowd, a new record, 120,092 fans for the tournament this year. That's sensational.
Well, it's unbelievable, and just the enthusiasm in this building and the following that the fans have had has just been great, and there's nothing better than to have our kids play in an arena that's just jam-packed full, and it's exciting.
What's been the biggest difference in your mind that's made this such an appeal again to the fans?
Well, I think we have some new teams in here. Obviously, some teams that haven't been here ever before, or have been like Wayzata, for example, 50 years, Centennial being in here. I think the quality of hockey has gotten better over the years, and I just think that there's a tremendous interest throughout the state on boys high school hockey and on girls high school hockey, because we had a great tournament for the girls as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, from all us hockey fans, congratulations, and thank you very much.
Jim, thank you. It's been my pleasure to be here, and thanks for all your support and everybody else here as well.
All right, let's go back to Wally and Lou. Gentlemen.
Thanks much, guys. Fox 9's coverage continues of the AA Championship for the best bragging rights in the state of Minnesota. Oh, a big check thrown there. That was a questionable one, but Becker gets away with it and allows Ammerman to take a shot that's blocked and sent out to center ice and all the way down by the Centennial D. They'll be called for icing here.
You know what David Stead was just saying about the quality of hockey? He's right. We had sort of a lull back 5, 6, 7 years ago, but Wally, we've got some real good players in the state of Minnesota right now, and some youngsters coming up that are going to be very, very good as well. Minnesota is really on the upswing for the quality of player coming out of the state. It's real gratifying to see all these kids who are performing so well, and God, there's a lot of talent around the state.
Well, and I know both of us get around, as do a lot of people in our crew, to watch high school games, and it's just amazing, I think, that how good the sophomore and junior classes are around the state. I'm impressed with how good the young kids are.
And the Bantams, the Pee-wees, there's so many good kids around here now. We're going to have a strong run.
Whoa, there's a shot that just goes sailing wide of the goal off of Ornell's stick. From behind the goal, he tries to feed Gorowski, but he's contained. And Moorhead coming back out of their own end, led by the charge up ice of Nate Miller. He has Van de Velde with him. There's a pass, and it goes off the heel of a stick. Down to the corner, Kluke trying to play it out in front. There's a lot of support being offered here. Miller getting the puck, tries to make a dart back towards the net, but lost it. Van de Velde will carry on, sends it back to the open man at the point. Here's a shot by Connor, and right on.
Oh, and down in front of that net, look at the work of the defense. Centennial continues to support one another, and when the defensemen aren't there, you got a guy like Gorowski came back and help out. The centerman back down there deep, doing an excellent job supporting Stud.
Championship games. Only 5 times in the 60-year history have there been 1-0 scores.
That is something, isn't it?
It is, and it's holding up. Montgomery looking like a hero right now, and he's on the ice. Number 10 for Centennial. Pass is too far for him at center. Spuds try to come back. Big check thrown by Palmeret at the line. Moorhead trying to continue on. A backhander from a long range by Gifford is easily controlled by the goalkeeper, Greg the Stud Stutz. He hasn't let one in yet.
And he's very confident in his centerman, the ability to win faceoffs, because he's taking draws there. Like that time, he had 4 guys back by and no one else was there. He could have easily had someone play it. But Centennial's been so good in the faceoffs throughout the tournament, he's very confident they can win them.
146 minutes of shutout hockey for Stutz. In goal for the Cougars. Mike Montgomery, the lone goal scorer in this game, is checked.
You're noticing, Wally, that Centennial's gotten into a little bit of a dump it out play rather than let's skate it out and start moving. That's something that gets a little dangerous. Even though they're winning 1-0, they've still got a lot of talent, but right now they just want to relieve the pressure. Anytime they're getting the puck on the half boards, halfway up the boards there, they're not looking to pass it. It seems like they're just flipping it out of the zone. I'm sure the coach wants to relieve the pressure, get it out. But sometimes you got to start putting pressure on this Moorhead. Don't let Moorhead, just start coming at you continually, because then you could have a breakdown.
Corey Luce along the boards, number 19. Tried to pry it ahead for Corey Johnson, but broken up. Now leading the charge will be Hammerman from the blue line, who passed behind Corey Johnson. And Centennial going back to their D. Chopped into the zone by Van Gilder. Centennial changing on the go. Long bomb pass to Luce across the line. Trailer for Corey Johnson trying to cut in, but he's converged on by two Cougars and can't go a step further. Starting back the other direction now. Here's number 16, Olilla, across the line. And as he tries to go through, he's unable to. Ornell's shot from the blue line is off target. Gorelski trying to backhand it down low for Olilla. Poked away by the Spuds. Gorelski reaching in. Ornell now to Olilla. Cutting in front. The backhand right on. And a nice stop there by Derek Hiddle.
Good move, and a good stop by Hiddle is right, because Olilla made a fine move to his backhand to get away from Emmerich to at least get a shot on net. Emmerich kept him on the outside, which is good. So Olilla really couldn't get a lot on that shot. But it was good that Hiddle made the save and took the face off.
Both teams changing their units. 6:23 to go. The clock. The enemy to Moorhead.
When Moorhead gets an opportunity to get the puck in the zone now, they might have to start just dumping it in to get it in there quicker.
Oh, a shot right from the draw, right on goal by Ornell. Timmy with some key goals in this championship tournament. Ammerman behind his net, being watched by Olilla. Loses control of the puck. Ornell, another drive. It's the other thing Centennial does. They're shooting from all over the place. You can tell by one look at the scoreboard. 28-13 shots favoring Centennial. Moorhead needing more of those. Coming across the line is Deitz. He's checked into the end wall by 22, Hochbrunn. Still battling down there, those two. Put out in front. But Centennial has two players right out in a slot area. They cleared to the blue line, but not out. Moorhead trying to make a move. Trying to cut in as Gifford. He's slowed down. And Flynn sends it around his goal to the other side for Hochbrunn. His backhander held in at the point, though, and a nice effort by Brett Barta. Brett, though, is forced outside the zone by Montgomery. Deitz feeds it across the line quickly. There's Gifford's shot going into the corner. Flynn pounds it off the wall. Chopped back down low by number 3, Tyler Johnson of Moorhead. And here is Johnson chasing it back down into his own end as Centennial clears.
Make no mistake about it. That's what Centennial doing. They're just dumping everything out. They're keeping 4 men back. And if they get an opportunity to go with the puck from the neutral zone, they'll go. But other than that, they are playing strictly defense at this time. The draw Centennial continues to lead this period 9-3.
Wow.
So they're not afraid to take face-offs because they're winning far and away the majority of them. But they are just really playing in a defensive mode right now. They don't mind winning games 1-0.
No, they don't. And they're used to winning them like 16-0.
Yeah. They had one stretch of 8 games this year when they scored 149 goals. The competition wasn't the greatest, but they can play anyway, defensively or offensively.
The Moorhead broadcaster was pointing out something to me too, where Centennial had 5 straight shutouts and they outscored the opponents 75-0.
Yeah.
Moorhead taking a shot from a sharp angle. That's off the stick of number 10. Now another try, and that goes just wide by Henry. Back up to center goes Centennial, just lobbing it all the way down with 4.5 minutes to go. One of these teams is going to win their first ever championship, and right now Centennial driving along finally.
To survive in these conditions, being tough isn't an option. It's mandatory. That's why the 2004 Ford F-150 was tested here in the Northland. With 300 horsepower, the quietest cab, and the toughest frame on or off-road, we made sure it could turn the toughest chore into a Sunday drive. Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Now with a $269 a month lease. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Oh, a real good chance for Moorhead. Kluge steals the puck, makes a nice little move, tries to get to the far side. He doesn't realize on the doorstep was Van de Velde. Actually, that was Henry. Van de Velde was right on the far side, just waiting for a pass across.
Back at the point, here's Emmerich. A backhander is off target, but scooped up by the netminder Stutz.
Look in front of the net. Eric Flynn is making certain he's got Corey Luce all tied up. You're not getting free around here. If there's a rebound, you're not going to be able to play it.
Greg Flynn was a little shook up, too, that his brother Ryan couldn't play in this game tonight because of a shoulder injury he suffered yesterday, Lou.
Well, he's not plain shook up. He's having a wonderful night. He has been just a tower of strength back there in the blue line. Greg Flynn has had a terrific tournament, but this, I think, is even his best game. He has been just unbelievable because he's playing some really good forwards there tonight.
Here is Lee. Brian Lee. Smooth skating. Awesome defenseman. Cross the line now for Corey Johnson, putting on a burst of speed, sends it on goal. There's a scramble for it. Stutz a couple of saves, but he failed to cover up. Now a player for Centennial trips in the corner by himself. Here's Becker trying to pry it loose. They can't relay it to the point for Lee. And it'll be an icing call against Centennial.
Well, the shots on goal, Centennial 28, Moorhead 13. Moorhead's had a lot more offensive zone opportunities than 13 shots. It's been the real good defensive work of Centennial, keeping them outside on the perimeter, not giving them any quality shots in front. Even though Moorhead's been in there a lot, they aren't getting the kind of shot they need to beat Stutz.
Gorowski on the draw with Gifford of Moorhead. Gorowski in the black wins it, but it's tipped into the zone. A firing shot goes off to the corner. Anderson battling for it there. Cleared along the wall by Hornell to center ice. Olilla is stripped of the puck as he tries to break free. Now Gorowski takes his center opponent Gifford into the sidewall. Gifford getting the puck again. Tries to thread it through up ice. It hit Olilla in the back of the skate. Now a right wing pass goes too far to Gorowski. Ammerman taking over for Moorhead. Out to center ice. Here come the Spuds. Hits Gifford launching one. Oliver right on goal. Stepping up from the point now is Barta. Barta trying to relay it over. The Centennial Cougars are there to clear the zone. Ammerman quickly whips it across. Dietz brings it in, but not out of the zone yet was Gifford, and it's offside.
That was one of the nicest passing plays Moorhead had tonight. Three-way passing play, getting a good shot through traffic. Stutz had to make a good save, and a rebound just out of the reach of Moorhead, and then cleared by Centennial. Look at this. Nice little left-hand, backhand pass over to the wing. A shot right through on the net. The rebound just out of the reach of the forward from Moorhead, but he was effectively tied up by Centennial defenseman.
Luce, Johnson, and Becker, the forward line now for Moorhead as they're going with the speedsters out here to try to break something open. Johnson handing it off to Becker across the line. He's got a guy trailing loose. There's a shot. Oh, he fires it just wide. That's a guy you want to have it. He's had 3 goals already in this tournament. And Luce just misses.
That was the best opportunity of the night for Moorhead because Luce is a goal scorer, and he was in the slot, and he was wide open. Just put it over the upper corner.
Vermeulen loses the puck. Still hanging there. Backhanded to center by Lee. Taken away. Darting down the wall, Becker after the loose puck, but he lost his stick. And here comes Centennial back. Headman pass to Gorowski too far. These benches have been shortened considerably. Gorowski comes off a check, cuts out in front, block. The rebound shot goes just wide. Now they move it to the point. Anderson snaps it off right away, and that goes wide. That shot was Greg Flynn, number 8, not Anderson, 9. There's an injured player, Gorowski. He's been playing with a bad knee all along. Flynn from the point, shoots right on. The puck's still loose. It's Gorowski staying on the ice, turning, whipping it goalward, and it hits somebody in front, sailing over the goal. Oh, what a finish. Vandevelde with a buck and a half to go. Keeping it in deep. Moorhead, Vandevelde trying to come up now. Here they come. The Spuds need something. Cross center, now the line. Vandevelde wide left, cutting it in front, centers it, and it just misses. Kluke was there. And Centennial clears.
You got to watch for that goaltender too, because he could be coming.
Centennial keeping the play going. That's a smart move. Yep. Charging up ice, Anderson hammered into the boards, but clears the puck inside the Moorhead line. Ammerman with it. Here they come. 49 seconds ago. It's a 1-goal game. Long shot by Dietz is right on. Turning his Flynn, but he's pummeled by Oliver to the ice on a good shoulder joke. Reaching in is Olilla getting the puck. Moorhead trying to pull the goalie. It's loose to center for Montgomery. He lost the puck. Here come the Spuds right back. Falling is Emmerich. And as he picks it up inside the zone, it's an offside play. Ooh, baby.
These last 2 minutes have really been exciting. Great offensive pressure by Moorhead. All of a sudden, Centennial steals the puck. They go down, and they got about 4 fabulous chances. Excellent goaltending by Hiddle, kept it out. Then Moorhead comes right back down. It looks like they're going to get an opportunity to score, and just miss again.
Is this any good? Look at this place. Everybody is out of their seats, just enjoying what they're seeing out here.
Well, this is the kind of game we expected, we wanted, we got. This is unbelievable. What a great, great effort by both clubs. Two of the top hockey teams in the state, number 1 and 2. Playing for the championship, and they've played like 1 and 2. It's just been a magnificent hockey game. The effort has never stopped throughout the whole game.
You know, we thought this might be a little bit more goal scoring than we've seen in this game tonight, but it hasn't. Only 1 goal, in the play of the game by the Minnesota Forest Industries is the goal scorer. And watch the long hair flying of number 10, Mike Montgomery, as he sails into the zone.
And Montgomery coming when beating the goaltender with that shot on the far side. That was early a long time ago, and it stood up. And it's been some relentless pressure by both of these teams. Quality chances by both clubs. But nobody else able to score to this point. I think we said we had 5-1-0 games. We could have another one, but I wouldn't be surprised with an empty net goal too, because Centennial does get control of a lot of these face-offs. They win one right here. They might get an opportunity one, but they should not ice the puck. If they win the draw back behind the blue line, the one thing they don't want is a face-off deep in their zone. This one's outside their zone at the blue line. They just want to dump the puck over the red line, keep the pressure on. Everybody standing up in the building.
Here we go. 26 left in the state championship. Gorowski against Luce. Gorowski for Centennial wins it. Icing.
You know, he didn't try to get it all the way down. He thought he was going soft, but that's not what he wanted to do.
No.
That is not what they tried to do. He just wanted to flip it into the defensive zone, but it just carried a little too far, and Eric Goss looks at the clock. A little disconcerted. He's got to have confidence, though, because these guys are winning all the face-off. They won the last one. They should win this one. If they lose it, it could be trouble.
Gorowski again wins the draw. Anderson behind his goal, but Moorhead gets it. They throw it back to the point. Winding up now is Lee, taking a shot. Sidesteps a guy. 10 seconds ago, throws it in front of blocked. Montgomery with an empty net. Shot it wide, but he's across center. That's going to do it. Centennial, the state champions. And they do it in their first appearance ever in the Minnesota High School Tournament. Oh, what a hockey game.
Boy, we were treated to just a magnificent game. What effort by these two teams. Unquestionably the best two teams in the state. Eric Goss got to just be excited as can be. David Morinville can do nothing but be happy about his team and his efforts. He did a magnificent job as well. It's just unfortunate the team had to lose this one. One of the better games we've seen in the championship game. You hope for games like this, Wally. We were very lucky to be part of this tonight.
I'm not a proponent of a low-scoring game, but boy, we had opportunities galore, and these kids just busted their tails. They had a lot of fun out here. They gave it all they had. Strong defensive performances by both. And there's a guy who's done something that has never happened. 3 consecutive shutouts in the state tournament.
And might not happen again for a long, long time. You're not going to see those kind of things happen often. It took forever to Brian Boucher to get 5 shutouts in a row. Yep. And in the National Hockey League, you know, in 70-some years, this kid with 3 shutouts, what a feeling he's got to have.
Oh,
and believe me, he had to make some saves out there tonight.
He did.
Moorhead is a terrific hockey club.
Moorhead, a team that averaged 7 goals a game this season, shut out tonight by Stutz, and a very stingy defensive effort by his Centennial teammates.
Well, you're not going to be surprised to see either of these two teams back here again.
No.
Young hockey clubs, very strong minor hockey programs, great kids coming up in the program. This is not an exception. This is going to be a pretty regular occurrence.
Well, we know Centennial's minor hockey league program has some outstanding teams. Their Bantam A team is ranked number 8 in the state. Their Bantam B team number 9. Their Pee Wee A's are number 4. Their Pee Wee B's number 11. Their under 16 team is ranked number 1. They're deep, and it's all the way down through the ranks in both the boys and the girls side of the ledger. And they do it, Louis, with one indoor hockey rink, of which the city of Blaine owns 26%, so Blaine gets a lot of ice time there. These kids are rink rats. They're outdoors a lot, at least once a week practicing.
Well, they're doing that, and Eric Goss has got some good programs up there, and the minor hockey coaches are obviously doing a good job, because when you watch them play tonight, they weren't just effective handling the puck. They were effective checking. They knew their roles. They knew when to check, how to eliminate people out, when to dump it out. They played very intelligently. That was what maybe was the strongest point of their game, was their intelligence and their ability to eliminate people. When you look at the shot chart, the way they defended in their own zone was the most important part of this hockey club game tonight.
What Eric Goss told me earlier in the week, they like to practice good habits, and they came through in flying colors tonight. Let's go downstairs now to PA announcer Dick Stanford.
With the introduction of the 2004 Class AA All-Tournament team. Presenting these awards is Brian Sojo of Wells Fargo, assisted by Executive Director of the Minnesota State High School League, David Stead. Those in attendance, please come forward as your name is called. Lakeville goaltender B.J. O'Brien. Academy of Angels, Holy Angels forward Mike Carmen. Wayzata forward Joey Miller. Duluth East forward Robbie Johnson. Duluth East defenseman Chris Johnson. All-State Moorhead defenseman John Ammerman. Moorhead defenseman Brian Lee. Moorhead forward Corey Luce. Centennial defenseman R.J. Anderson. Centennial forward Tom Gurowski. Centennial forward Tim Ornell. Fans, you've been part of a record attendance at this tournament, but in 60 years of Minnesota State High School hockey tournaments, no goaltender has ever had 3 shutouts in the state tournament. Greg Stutz, All-State.
Well, that's incredible. What an ovation he received from the largest crowd that has ever watched a Class AA championship. Again, here's the all-tournament team. Lakeville's great goaltender, B.J. O'Brien, who's just been sensational for 2 straight years. And you see the combination of Rob and Chris Johnson from Duluth East out there. 3 players from Moorhead and 4 players from Centennial rounding out the all-tournament squad. Back downstairs to Dick Stanford.
Presenting the remaining awards are Jamie Sherwood from Wayzata, Wayne Pender, president of the league from Grand Rapids, Glenn Hasselberg from Staples, Warren Keller from Warroad, Gary Palm from Minneapolis, Ann Yanamine from Eden Prairie, and members of the executive staff. Silver medals and the second place trophy are awarded to Moorhead High School. Would the captains please come forward to accept your trophy? The presentation of the silver medals. Nate Conneran. Tyler Johnson. John Ammerman. Brett Barda. Joe Emmerich. Chris Henry. Ryan Kluke. Nick Dietz. Corey Johnson. Matt Becker. Corey Luce. Brian Gifford. Brian Lee. Nolan Oliver. Nate Miller.
Congratulations. Good season.
Jeff Holtz. Chris Vandevelde.
Nice job, Chris.
James Holtz.
Congrats, man.
Derek Hiddle.
Congratulations,
Spencer Dice. Coach Dave Morinville. Assistant Coach Terry Shercliffe.
Good season again.
That was nice here. Yeah. Thanks, Skip.
Assistant Coach Rory Sandvig.
Great job. Nice turn. Thank you very much. Hey, good crowd again, guys. Nice job, you guys.
And now would the captains come forward to receive the second place trophy for the 2004 Minnesota Boys Hockey Tournament, Class AA.
Congratulations, great.
And now for the presentation of the inaugural Fox 9 Herb Brooks Award. Please welcome Fox 9 news anchor Jeff Passel for the presentation.
Thank you. I have the pleasure of presenting an award that pays tribute and celebrates the Minnesota man who gave so much to the game of hockey, known around the world as the man who created a miracle on ice with the gold medal U.S. Olympic hockey team in 1980. Known in the hockey world as a leader of successful NHL teams, and known right here in the state of hockey as coach to the national champions at the University of Minnesota and as a teammate on the 1955 high school state championship team from St. Paul Johnson. Herb Brooks, a champion, a leader, and an inspiration, not only to hockey players, but to everyone. An inspiration to be your best. Herb is gone now, but his love and passion for hockey lives on through young Minnesota hockey players who love hockey as he did, who are players that are committed to the game and their teams, players who make sacrifices and stand up for what they believe in. And this award goes to the very talented hockey player who embodies the very traits that made Herb Brooks the man he was. The trophy features the words, "You were born to be a player, you were meant to be here." That goes for anybody who's ever laced up skates in this state. Congratulations to all of you. And now, to present the award on behalf of the Herb Brooks Foundation from the Brooks family, Herb's son, Dan Brooks.
Thanks, Jeff. Contrary to what many fans would think, Herb Brooks' greatest accomplishment in the game of hockey occurred right here 49 years ago when he and his childhood friends led the Johnson Governors to the 1955 State High School Hockey Championship. Like today's recipient of the inaugural Herb Brooks Award, he was a young man of principle, character, passion, and dedication. My father used these traits to motivate, to teach, and to inspire thousands of players throughout his life. My family and I hope that my dad's spirit will live on through Greg Flynn of Centennial, the 2004 Herb Brooks AA winner. All right, give me the mic. There you go.
Earlier this evening, they were introduced to you as champions of Section 3AA. In the last few hours, they've changed their name. They're Centennial High School 2004 state champions in boys hockey. At this time, we will present the gold medals. Matt Kachel. Tony Palma. Greg Flynn. R.J. Anderson. Mike Montgomery. Craig Henry. Injured earlier in the tournament and unable to play this evening, but a member of the Cougars, Ryan Flynn. Dominic Palma. Tom Gorowski. Ben Olilla. Travis Vermeulen. Ben Pendergrass. Jordan Van Gilder. Tim Ornell.
Thank you.
Donnie Hochbrunn. Kyle Luckow. Josh Berggren. David Clammer. Weston Johnson. And Greg Stutz. Osk. Assistant coach Gary Tolkanen. Assistant coach Andy Marshall. Student manager Maria Zurs. And now would the captains come forward to receive the 2004 state championship trophy for Centennial High School.
That's what it's all about, Lou. Final thoughts on what we have seen transpire here in an absolutely brilliantly played hockey game.
Well, I think that you have to feel sorry for Moorhead because they played so well and they're capable of winning, but you got to be happy for Centennial because they've done it all year long.
Yep.
They were number one. They had to defend number one, and they had to beat number 4, number 3, and number 2 to get there and to win a state championship. So that's well deserved. A terrific hockey team. Both of these clubs are terrific hockey clubs, and I know we're going to be seeing them again. I'm very, very impressed the way they play, the talent they've got, and the work ethic that they have. And I was happy to see Greg Flynn win that award because I thought he should have been on the all-tournament team.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised at that. A couple of other choices, but I don't know who all votes on that, if it's a variety of the media from up here. But nonetheless, Centennial got the main award that they wanted, which is hoisting that beautiful plaque down there presented by the Minnesota State High School League. And they get to share it immediately with their student section down at one end and start rolling around the arena here and enjoying things. Oh, Eric Osk just got drenched. Isn't that the objective?
That's what you said.
Douse the coach.
The beginning of the tournament.
Okay, we've got a lot more coming up here on Fox 9. Hope you've enjoyed a brilliant hockey game. We'll return to downtown St. Paul for more of the state of hockey.
Here's what real people are saying about Car Soup, the area's #1 automotive website.
I tried to sell my car with the papers at a cost of $200 and never got a single call. I tried Car Soup for $25 and my car sold in 2 days. Incredible.